What? I'm gonna start streaming. I had the window up, I just hadn't hit start streaming, and this is Minecraft fun.
Yep. If you actually want to say the name of the world,
This is I don't remember.
um, well, that's the thing is I'm just gonna call it Blue Dragon Villa because that was the original house.
Oh, that's right. So this is Blue Dragon Villa.
Like the name, that's what I'm gonna call the name of the world.
Okay. By the way, so I did stream a little bit so you could see what the lighting in the HD pack looks like. I don't know if you've
Hmm.
seen it. The glass and the ice look phenomenal. So does the water. And I love the lighting.
The lighting.
Yeah, the lighting makes it look really good.
Oh, dude, that's the best part of any Minecraft mod. That's the main mod that anybody needs in Minecraft is just because, like, Minecraft is a great game,
Yes.
but its original lighting system is not great.
It could be better.
It's
Ooh.
just, it does the job, it's simple. There's nothing I can say to hate about it. It's just, it does the job, you know?
It it very much does. So I've changed the clouds, the lighting, the water. For some reason, the HD textures don't work. Although the resource pack I use makes them look a lot better than the standard versions. But the HD texture packs actually make it look like the wood has like those wood grooves and the cobblestone has the cobblestone grooves and stuff.
I actually would ask what about the main thing I'm thinking about on lighting is you know that thing that I forgot the name of it and I've been in film classes. Uh, you know that thing where if you shine a light on your finger, you can kind of see the light going through it a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Does that happen on certain somewhat transparent materials in this game?
No, and I don't see a lot of games that do that either, but I love that effect. Yeah, when you
I
take like
mean,
a high powered light and kind of like you can almost like make like veins and stuff out depending.
yeah, but that's like the thing is that like Pixar's been doing that for at least 5 years.
I know. It's
Like it's something that I really want to see done, but it's also like I understand the demand.
so I am
I
going to sorry.
I understand the demands it takes.
Do I have Nope. Oh, we have two copies of that one.
All right, at some point we need to build a entrance to a house with waterfalls.
Ooh.
And actually, it's pretty easy to line up the second part of this that I'm about to suggest. That's really cool. Is use piston blocks so that if you can actually go ahead and block off the water so that the waterfall opens up.
Nice.
Maybe we can say like, oh, we need to make a fake word for the language of this world for like the more exotic language of this world, and it should be like, speak pizza and you may enter.
Mmm. Pizza.
How dare you go for that Simpsons reference?
Mmm. Simpsons reference.
You stop that right now, son.
Speaking of which, we were just talking about King of the Hill earlier.
Oh yeah.
It, it,
Like, so I think a good preface for this, for anybody who watches this, as well as for you, is that I started watching King of the Hill when I was really young, so I did not get a lot of the nuances that the show was trying to throw at you.
you know what? Neither did I, and I didn't even get them until like I mean, it must have been like when King of the Hill was on like heavy rotation in terms of like um uh and syndication and stuff like that. So like I didn't even catch that kind of stuff until specifically what we're talking about is like Hank is a
What?
much more of a decent person than like I originally thought. Like yeah, like you said, he really did kind of push Bobby in a way that wasn't cruel or mean like his father, but at the same time really did make him a better person and instill a lot of like morality,
Integrity.
yeah, integrity and moral code and all that stuff. And not only that, but like Hank was also like one of the most open-minded people, weirdly. I mean, like in terms of like all the characters, he was the one who would like, yeah, you were right. Even though he was grumbling, well, the point you
Yeah.
made is
I,
even though he was grumbling, he still ended up
oh,
being the person the most level-headed in the situation.
no, another chicken egg spawned here. I think there's a chicken above this. I think I can see the chicken above the pit. There's a chicken above the pit, and it's just dropping eggs there. Okay, okay.
Which, by the
But
way,
it's
King of
but
the Hill
like
is on
when I was
Hulu right now.
when I was a kid, like, and I had good parents, by the way. When I was a kid, like, I just had this idea that, like, look, if you're gonna be a jerk, then you're a jerk. And I was always confused by King of the Hill because the protagonist was Hank, and by many degrees, he can be considered a jerk.
Yeah, and I think that came from like almost all of the stories were culture shock based, where like Hank was like presented with something he that's like new and different than what he had as a kid or a youth or an adolescent or
But
an
that's the thing
adult.
is, like, it always confused me because, like, it was actually a very mature show for what it was trying to present, given that it was presenting the character that is not good and not evil. The character who you can both love and hate, maybe because you've been where he's been.
Exactly. And everything always came down to just a misunderstanding in the end. And like I said, he was often the one who presented the most level-headed opinion of it to the point that like he would take things, learn from them, and evolve. Like I had brought up. Remember, there's that episode where like he gets accused of being a racist, and it just so offended him, and it really did because he always thought of himself as someone who always kind of like worked and helped anyone. Like how many of the characters in there were like, you know, Laotian or Mexican or black that were his close friends? Yeah, sure. Three of his friends were like white dudes, but like almost every other one of his friends was an ethnicity of some sort. And he
Hmm.
and he was always looking out for the common good of people.
Actually, if anything, it would be a little easier to argue that someone else in that show is clearly the bad guy.
Who's that?
Peggy.
I don't think Peggy was a bad
Well,
guy. I think Peggy had a much larger sense of she, she always thought she was way more intelligent. She always thought she always knew better even when she didn't. And she was so quick to jump to conclusions regardless of the outcome. And for example, I would use like when she goes to Mexico and she can't speak Spanish and everyone's like, are you sure you should be going?" Be- because like she was good at reading the words and pronouncing them, but she was not smart enough to know what those words meant. And that's why the dude, her lawyer, made her speak in her own words why she took the girl.
yep. It's it's really weird because, like, I've never seen Beavis and Butthead, but I always have this, like, idea that Beavis and Butthead is just this really dumb show, something akin to, like, Clerks and Seinfeld. And
Okay, now I'll have to defend Clerks a little bit. It may be raunchy, but it still has this like heart to it. And
well, I'm not saying that in a negative way either. Like, I'm just saying, like, I from what I know, it's a very it's a very much just comedy focused show.
yes, yeah.
Especially when it came to the realization, like, much later after could not be considered young anymore. I mean, relatively. I I was so confused that that the makers of Beavis and Butthead, who made the iconic "I am Cornholio," were the ones who made maybe the most mature rotating show that was in my childhood. It
Well,
confuses me so much.
I mean, even look at it like this. Look at The Simpsons. Go back and watch some of The Simpsons, and you will realize that show is way more intelligent than the way it puts on. And I think the majority of America wouldn't even get the jokes. Like, you got to understand, they put in like literary jokes and math jokes and stuff like that in the back, and that's not even considering Futurama, which also had just tons and tons and tons of like math jokes and literary jokes. Well, more math than science. Like there was tons of science and science fiction references and stuff in that. I mean, I I think people give way less credit to kids and put less care into storytelling now than
Yo, got here earlier than expected.
hey, what's up?
27. I can kill 14 chickens.
Ooh, kill
Alright.
all of them and take
13.
their feathers and meat.
Oh yeah, but like that's the thing is okay. I would like for us to finish this subject before I go into the next subject because this leads into one that I'm very angry about.
Oh, okay. So what you had said about it's just crazy that someone who created Beavis and Butthead created King of the Hill, and my point was like, look at Stephen King. He created to me, some of the best coming of age stories with like Stand by Me and stuff like that. Whereas he also created some of my favorite horror. And so the point I couldn't. There's a wolf with red eyes. I haven't attacked him.
He's going to kill a sheep now.
Oh, okay. As long as he's not
Oh, no.
attacking me.
Yeah, go ahead
Okay, I
and
forgot.
continue about this point because my next point is going to get me riled up so much.
Well, okay. So, weirdly, you know what? So I have a real quick point, and I just like to state it, and then you can bring up your point. What I was saying is, I think we don't give kids as much credit as we used to. Not only do we don't give kids as much credit as we used to, a lot of creators that I think are making animated shows like Steven Universe and Adventure Time and stuff like that, they're way, way, way too concerned about making it political. Like, so I found out I was listening to this really interesting conversation, not conversation. It's not a podcast, but it was this dude who's basically like doing like this think video about like Nickelodeon and Disney animation, how it's basically the same group of people, and how a writer from that era kind of got booted out because he didn't toe the line politically with the rest of them, and they kind of all only hire each other and they only work with each other. So unlike old school animation where like all these different guys all kind of like shared and communicated, and there was groups and cliques, it seems to be like one single group that's more or less controlling animation. And one of the big things is like throwing in a gay kiss at the last minute. Like apparently the last scene of Legend of Korra, where Korra and that other chick hold hands and kiss.
Yeah,
Apparently that was added in last minute by one of the creators who knew they could get away with it because when final episode goes out, no, you can't get fired for it. You can't get punished for it. Plus, you're gonna be able to find another job down the line. Like someone's gonna hire
it happened
you.
it happened with Adventure Time too. Only it made no sense in the context of the characters.
Actually, you know what? That's an even more messed up story. Do you know why that got added into it?
Why?
Because a storyboard artist threw that in at the last minute before they sent the storyboards out to China.
Wow, that is really.
That is some messed up business work.
It's messed up. It's messed up. I don't think it's right, and I think
Well, you know what?
I think it's fine that you put that kind of stuff in there, but like they didn't really, yeah, they didn't really set it up. Like they set up that the Marceline and Princess Bubblegum were friends, but that was about it. Like they didn't make it into anything bigger than that, which I mean, I could see it if they put a little bit more work into it, but
By the way, did you make a box for wood?
I did.
And
It
like I don't
should
know.
be in the
For,
log
for
cabin.
me for me personally, I think like I don't know. When I was a kid, I didn't even think about like straight relationships, because like I hadn't developed yet. I just think it's a bit weird to have all that sort of stuff. Like, if
To
they want to have it so that some of the kids have like that kind of parents, I think that's fine. Because we're living in a time where that sort of thing does happen, and but like like a really young kid, like I have brothers who are who are like 9, like they don't even I don't think that it even occurs to them.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I
it's
think a great way to like show an example of like that behavior is literary, so it's not a real example,
Hmm.
but people kind of knew things like this already. That remember in To Kill a Mockingbird,
Hmm.
they come to the point in which uh, the daughter asks her father, what rape means, and he explains it in a way that doesn't go into too much detail, and the kid isn't too phased by it.
Yeah.
I found coral.
Oh hell yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I don't have the room for it, to be honest.
Well,
You
get it
can't
later.
if you get it, you can't place it down unless it's near water, because then it'll become dead coral.
Okay, I can
Can
I can
can you
shoot.
make? Is it
Sorry.
What?
possible for you to make it? Sorry, to put it down in water and then remove the water, and then it will persist even if it's dead,
No,
or will
it'll
it wither
die if
away?
there's no water.
Will it wither away if it's dead?
When it's dead, it can't be brought back.
Okay,
Well,
because if it looks pretty cool, even if it's dead, that could be cool.
But when it's dead, it becomes like gray, but it has the same texture. It's just everything just becomes a shade of gray, and so you can like if you have a gray build, you can incorporate the dead coral in very well. Um,
I'll remember where it's on the. I know where it's on the map. I also know where Mossy Cobblestone is, so I'm just gonna. It's on the same map.
Oh, before we get back into that conversation, where's your box for wood from the wood farm?
So if you go into the log cabin, it should be one of the boxes that's along the.
there's a bunch of wood feeding into the furnace.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right. We were making
That's
the
where
stone
there's
blocks.
so I can
that's
go
where
ahead and grab some of that instead.
Yeah, yeah. Go
yeah
on.
that's where most of it is, I think.
I think we're actually getting to a point where the chickens are easily out racing, killing half of them.
So we have to Thanos those guys.
Well, that's what I do every time.
You bastard. We don't trade lives.
Oh
So
yeah,
okay.
so I was saying like that kids do have a lot more credit, like even in
The best kid shows are always the ones that like treat us as an adults, um like a lot of
like
kids remember the Brave Little Toaster because of how messed up it was.
Oh yeah. If you ever get a chance, look up Watership Down.
oh, I
I
saw that.
know Watership Down.
I
Okay.
saw
I've
that one a little late, but I still understand its impact. Cuz they don't even approach like the really dark subjects, just like the subjects that I don't care what walk of life, you're going to experience what death is,
I I
as
I
well as strife
Yeah, death is the great equalizer of the world.
and taxes.
And
no.
taxes.
No,
No.
apparently taxes are not the great equalizer anymore.
Oh. But like no matter how rich you are, you always die. You know?
Oh, mhm.
I
But
mean,
that's like the thing is it's not just that the kids shows need to be like more present and understanding of it, is that I also hear it from non-artists and not creators,
Hmm.
go to bread, that people argue that, oh yeah, it's fine for the new Kirby games to be so piss easy that you never get a game over, even if you're trying to die.
I know, I hate that. Like, as a
Because,
kid,
like,
do you realize how long I had to do to fight the arena in Kirby Superstar Ultra?
well,
I spent time grinding, practicing.
it's not even just like the bonus extra bits, but I still got game overs as a kid on the older Kirby's. Not to mention how many children were raised on Metroid, Castlevania, Contra.
Anything on the original
Oh
Nintendo and Super
shit!
Nintendo.
Like
I
there's so many games out there which challenge players. They don't have to be like balls hard, but they challenge players, and it really sucks that a lot of people just think, no, you shouldn't challenge 7-year-olds.
Yeah, that's what I hate. One of the things I hated about Fire Emblem Awakening was the introduction of like the casual mode, because like
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
whole,
no, hold up. Fuck you. I am an adult with a job, okay? I'm sorry. I don't feel like reloading the same save six
Well, okay.
fucking times to try to get through a level anymore. Look, if it's for you, it's for you. I get it.
If
But-
I can say this nicely to say that I stand between both of you,
well, no,
it's
not
actually
even the casual mode, but also like the Phoenix mode in Fire Emblem Fates. Like
I'll
even
agree.
somebody who with a job, I don't think would support that because like
I will.
it
Okay,
removes
I'll
any
agree about.
semblance of difficulty. But
So-
like with the casual mode, like I'm somebody the way I play the games, I don't reset. I Iron Man them. I like
See,
if somebody dies, they stay dead.
if they die,
Okay,
they die.
And especially
They're
because
dead.
that was one of the
You're
core.
dead. You can't come back.
Especially because that was one of the core themes of Fire Emblem in the first place.
Was
Like
that death
it,
was permanent?
and I started playing that way after I learned like when they were originally creating it that one of the main directors, Shozo Kaga, he would create a bunch of characters that were redundant and in fact worse than other characters who did the same thing but better. But the idea was that players who were good could keep the best characters alive, but players who were bad they would get characters later on who did the same thing but worse, and that was their punishment for playing poorly.
See, okay, look, I understand.
Oh.
I understand. I played those games. I played those games back in the day when games like Ogre Battle were fucking significant. Like you got to remember, I'm 34. I played the Fire Emblems back in the day when you had to emulate and hack the ROMs to get them. Like you couldn't just go to the digital store and find the fucking English translation that Nintendo was some kind to give you years later. Or we didn't even get them in America. Remember, for the longest time,
No, I've
Fire
played
Emblem,
all of those as well.
Fire Emblem,
Well, okay.
and I
I've
played it
all
when
the
it,
ones.
and not to be the fucking hipster, but I played them back when it was hard to actually fucking emulate too. Like you got to remember, a single game sometimes took up to an hour to download. Now you can drop a fucking zip drive full of them in about 20 minutes and have every Super Nintendo game ever made.
That's one of the things I love about gaming in modern times.
Oh, I fucking love modern gaming. Anybody who will say like it was better back in the day was a fucking fool because it was a pain in the ass.
No, totally.
Like
We can agree on that. I just feel like, okay,
get-
you can't play that way, and if that makes you happy, sure. I just feel like it kind of removes like some of the like integralness of how the games are designed.
Okay, let me put it a different way. So there are people out there that believe that if you mod Skyrim or Elder Scrolls or Fallout games, you're no longer playing them originally as the creator. You're essentially playing a fan fiction, and they look down on that. I do not. I particularly love mods. That's the one thing that I will say stands head and shoulders above anything else in gaming to me as the best improvement is the ability to go in and mod your game. I think that's one of the coolest things ever because you know what? I do make harder difficulties on Skyrim. Guess what? As much shit as I was giving you about Fire Emblem being too difficult nowadays for someone who actually has to like work for a living, I really do
Okay.
love. I'll put like the mods that make like the weather. Oh, I wasn't looking where I went. Anyone who's
Okay.
watching the stream, just watch me just like randomly fall in a hole that wasn't there before.
All right. So what I'm saying, like, as kind of as the equalizer, as the balance between the two, is actually the good part about. I can agree that Phoenix mode is just an insult, because Phoenix mode is just basically playing Final Fantasy Tactics, and you can revive your allies.
Instantly, yes.
And like almost no downside other than the fact that you had to revive them.
Hmm.
And but the good thing about how Awakening did it is it didn't make it a locked-in choice. It was like you could choose if you wanted to play with classic or casual.
Hmm.
I was gonna say like
In fact, Smash Brothers has done that as well.
I mean, I guess I can get behind the point that there are no that like more options is never a bad thing. I
Could-
just
I think it's shitty to force you to like be in easy mode, but like if it's your choice, it's your choice. That's what I was saying. Is like I don't
yeah,
think
I guess I can get behind that. I
Because-
just don't like
well,
it's
like
something
Dark
I never do
Souls.
personally, you know?
Yeah.
Uh,
So well, let's
it's-
look at Dark Souls and Demon Souls. So
Mhm.
There's actually I would
There-
like to just throw my hat in very quickly and say one game I did play on easy mode and I still enjoyed it.
what's that?
Now, let me define easy mode. I looked up a guide for every boss.
I mean that's
Shadow
not
of the
easy.
That's
Shadow
not
of the
really.
Shadow of the Colossus,
Okay.
where you're
okay.
supposed to discover how to
I
kill the
guess
boss.
like if for any other game, I'd argue that that isn't easy mode because you still have to have this challenge. But like for Shadow of the Colossus, I can kind of understand it because of
Yeah, because it's
Oh,
a puzzle game.
because that's the whole
yeah.
idea.
Okay, yeah, that would be like trying to just look up for the solution to a puzzle.
Yeah, because
It's
like
an
for
action
most
puzzle
of the
game.
time, I wouldn't like. But like I can kind of say that you may have missed out on some of the discovery because like one of my favorite moments is like just the other day when me and Ken were playing Minecraft, we found
Oh.
the igloo and he's
Oh,
like, I'm gonna take this carpet. We go down there and we discover there's this whole dungeon underneath the igloo.
oh shit,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, we found an igloo, and I was literally like, you know what? Fuck this dude's carpet. I'm stealing it.
Okay. Can we make a part of that be? Can I add a little bit of a canon that was like maybe that was where something
Well,
like
the
movie.
dungeon wasn't just a dungeon; it was a zombie experiment lab. There was
Yeah.
a villager trapped in one cage and a zombie villager in the other cage.
Dude,
Oh.
it was so messed up, and
And
we
there
didn't
was,
let the villager out either.
Yeah, we could and there was in the chest there was everything you needed to cure the zombie villager and turn him back to normal.
Oh
You're
yeah,
not,
that's
you're not kidding.
that's
No.
right. We left it there, and we never.
Was that a,
Yeah,
was that
we're
a,
gonna at
was
some
that
point
a technical tutorial?
I don't know,
Holy
maybe.
shit! I didn't realize that.
And of
that
course
is
all of
technically
like
kind of a
the
tutorial.
stone bricks were monster eggs. Do you know what those are, Kyle?
I do know what monster eggs are.
Yeah, like the ones with the silverfish, and like I ended up. What happened is like there was a cobweb. I got caught in the cobweb, and that allowed the silverfish to just dogpile me because I couldn't move.
Oh.
He almost died. I was sitting there in the corner helping him out, but he almost died.
Yeah.
It sucked. We were so far from home, and we're like, oh man, we're about to lose like 5 maps or 4. Well, no, we were gonna lose. We were gonna lose one map that we had finished creating, and then we were going to lose a couple of blank maps and a couple of maps we had started.
Mhm.
Do you have a box for arrows at all?
I don't think so.
I have a weapon chest
Wait, so
somewhere.
that igloo wasn't just a representation of the movie It.
Mhm.
That was like like somebody saw what happened and they made it themselves.
What do you mean the movie It?
Oh, not It. Sorry, The Thing.
The
They
thing.
both
Oh
have-
yeah.
They both have very similar.
Very similar namesakes. I get it.
All right, so I'm just gonna put
What's
the
do you ever
arrows.
wonder what's so ominous about just like vaguely describing something like
What
that
do you?
encourages
Like
people to be like
it
it,
or
the
them,
thing,
the
yeah, or
thing.
the thing,
It
yeah.
came from space. Oh my God,
Wait,
you're right.
is there a horror movie named
I mean,
Us?
the thing is
Uh,
my favorite horror
there will
movie
be.
ever.
It's
I like it a lot. It's still like the naming convention's just weird to me.
what? The thing?
Just randomly naming things like it, they, them.
Well, that was that's actually for the thing that was a common thing back in the early like 40s and
50s.
50s of like horror
Yeah.
movies, is like it came from outer space and stuff like that. But Kyle, you had a question, I had an answer for you, but was there a movie called Us? Yes, there
Was
will
there a
be.
horror movie called Us?
Yes, it's not out yet, actually. It's weird that you said that. It's actually from Jordan Peele, the guy who did Get Out, and from Key and Peele.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a family
I
that
didn't see that movie. Was it good?
um
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It also had like a really strong social message to it.
Well, like I know about the social message. Like I had it
Ah.
spoiled to me. Like I think it's actually a really like I can kind of relate to like the whole.
Kyle
I don't know.
hasn't
I think it's a
seen
neat
it
concept.
yet.
I like I think the concept's pretty novel if I do say so myself.
It is an
Um,
interesting concept in gen.
I say so myself.
Oh, accidentally put it. Why did I do that? Like an idiot.
Sorry,
Yeah.
you did it. I had to.
I do say so myself.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
But I'm not sure. Like everybody, like all the movie review sites gave it a perfect score, and like my question is, does it deserve that?
You know what? I think it was a very neat movie. It had a very strange concept that I have seen done kind of, but not to the extent that they did it there. Like the whole
Mhm.
body snatcher idea is a novel concept, but a novel concept that's been done before. But I think what they did there was interesting because it it had almost holy shit. That is a lot of drowned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh yeah, so I actually have an idea for a campaign that I want to show you guys later, but I don't. It's such an idea that I don't want to tell you what it is.
you know what's weird, Kyle? I had a weird idea I wanted to do. So after our game, so you know how I wanted to talk about like recording the slasher game? I think that wouldn't work with how we play games because you guys like to talk and debate about what you're going to do next, and then kind of as the game evolves, how it changes. I
Mhm.
would love to just sit down and have a conversation about a game after we've done it because I really kind of want to talk about our session Saturday because I'm not going to lie, it went completely different than I thought, but at the same time, you guys did so well.
Yeah, I was actually a little bit disappointed in myself, honestly,
Really?
I was
because
actually
I didn't do the wait 1 second.
Oh, the witty one liner. You're also not the one who killed him.
Yeah.
Tech?
when you're done with that point, I actually would like to ask something of you.
When he comes back, I'll finish the idea.
Well,
Are you
I
back?
mean, I want to ask
Oh.
him this.
Okay.
So I was gonna say, you technically didn't
Okay,
kill
sorry,
anybody.
I came back. I'm back. Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
technically kill anybody, but I didn't do my witty one-liner either.
So
I had one I was coming up with. My idea is like if one of the what are they called? The big bikes.
the
one of those-
choppers.
If
Yeah.
one of the choppers had pulled up beside me, I was gonna say, "Let's roll," and then shoot the shotgun in their face.
By the way, I will let you and Kyle have those shotguns because they are
Okay.
because they are like
Are
sawn
they, like,
off.
illegal though?
Technically, but technically the guns you guys already have are illegal.
Oh yeah, so we wouldn't get like heat form.
Yeah.
They're not illegal relatively.
Like I just wanted to give you that side
They're
out.
illegal, but like there's no law though.
So at the start of the start of the next session this Saturday, I was gonna basically go through like, okay, so this is what you guys earned. This is, and I wanted to ask you guys, do you want kind of an update of what your social standing is due to your actions, or would you rather it be a surprise? Because I kind of wanted that.
I kind of like.
Me personally, like the information would be valuable, but like for role playing, I think it might be better if you don't tell us.
Okay.
I agree with him. That's been my whole mentality throughout my whole campaign, is that they do something and they don't realize the backlash or the rewards of it. And in fact, both of those things are happening at the same time right now. in
Yeah,
my campaign.
one of the things I'm actually happy about is this week I was able to get enough progress on my own campaign. Like I don't have the major dungeons finished, but the first one is finished enough where I could have the first session, and I think it would go pretty well.
Nice. Nice.
Oh yeah.
It's like I found this rule system for how brutal the violent, like the combat is going to be. With the idea is you're gonna take quite a beating. Like if you take a beating, there's gonna be repercussions. Like you won't be able to say I can just get stabbed 20 times one day and go on a marathon the next day.
Yeah, I can just go to sleep and sleep off all of the wounds. And
I'm
it's just like, no, no, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap and regrow this leg that got blown off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Um,
so the question I actually wanted to ask you, Gus, is
Mm-hmm.
were you role playing that we should not do things tactically, or were you,
Well, I was
or was
Partial-
that just
partially-
you as a person?
partially both. Like on one hand, my guy totally wouldn't plan things, but on the other hand, I feel like sometimes we spend so much time planning we never actually do anything. And planning is good, but I just feel like we need to like plan. Like sometimes we just need to act.
You know what? I agree. That's why I'm going to be instituting a new rule when we do the next session, is that everyone's going to be given a round token, like the idea Kyle had. Actually, thanks to Kyle, this is where I got the idea. I think at the beginning, everyone should have a action token and a actual
An
like,
interrupt token.
yeah, interrupt token for other
A player
players.
interrupt token. And let me guess, a clarity token.
No, I thought about doing that.
I've got like
Wait. What's your idea for clarity? 'Cause-
Well, it's just like it lets you stop the DM from saying time passes and just kind of do some thought process with another person.
Oh, you know what? I was still going to let you do that. So, I'm still going to let you do that. So if you guys want to sit and have a conversation, but I'm also giving the act token, or the action token. So if at any point you can throw down your token, and you can do your action. So while everyone's kind of talking, if Gus decided to go, no, I'm tired, I just pull out my pistol and I start firing into the guy's chest while everyone's talking metagame. Gus can do that. It's his prerogative. Once he spends that token, can't take it back. Once it's down on the table, that's it. So, for example, if you threw down your token and decided to start blasting people, I mean, I can't stop you. I can't go, oh, well, they want to have a plan, hear him out. Nope, he threw down his token.
And that kind of fits with the character I like. A theme I build with every character I play is I like to keep the plot moving, because sometimes there's just too much discussion, too much. Well, we need to talk about this,
Mm-hmm. I honestly thought you'd
Where
get
it's
to.
like, for the campaign I ran as a DM, all of the best moments happened and they were unplanned. Like for one dungeon, they were like thinking about a plan, like how are we gonna go into this dungeon? Then suddenly Kyle gets kidnapped. He's thrown in a room with the baby dragon. He bites the baby dragon. Things escalate from there. Like at one point, I throw them in a maze, locked in a maze with a god. They have to find the only exit. And so the one guy, Will, he's like, no, I chugged the potion of fire giant strength, and then I punched the god in the face. And moments like that became the most like talked about moments throughout the campaign.
Well, I mean, I love when things went south and Kyle was just like, nah, shit, no, I'm just gonna shoot this guy's motorcycle to blow them all up. Which,
Well, actually, that's my favorite type of moment, is when you actually are given the chance to plan, and you plan, and of course, the players never know the full story, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you have that moment that, what's the name of the show? I'm trying to, Hunter x Hunter had a whole season based off of that. They had
did.
like half of the season was them planning this big thing, and then there were
when they launched the assault, within 5 seconds their plan is like everything hits the fan.
and like every episode has every episode has 3 separate things.
All in this, like 20-30 of the episodes take place within the span of like 10 minutes. That is how, like, because it's following each character as like they react to what's happening. Like there's a whole episode dedicated to explaining why one character decided to go left rather than right.
And like it's
I need to
honestly,
watch that show.
like that's my favorite concept of narrative, is because in my opinion, a hero is defined by how he deals with failure. Not his intentions, but how he deals with failure. Which means, in order to truly show that narratively, you need to have his narrative maybe not spelled out, but you need to have him like explore his own intentions.
So,
And
you know what?
that way when you see his plan, and then like 2 episodes later when you see it fail, you get to see him in his truest form.
Have you ever watched Scrubs?
Yes, but it's one of those things like Animal Crossing that I actually stop myself from watching it, because if I start watching it, I'm not going to sleep that night.
So there's a small plot line that goes through a couple episodes. It's like two or three episodes about um a character is showing clear signs that so she commits suicide, and there was like clear signs that she was about to, or not commit I so this character passes away and there was clear signs that it was going to happen, but she never went into the hospital. And like the main character JD interacted with her several times, and like he starts to get like really broken up about it. And then near the end of the episode, Dr. Cox is like, look, kid, it's gonna happen. You can't save everyone. It's like, if you let it weigh on your soul, then you are going to be in a lot of pain. And JD's
wait, is Dr. Cox a prior Spider-Man?
kind of like, that's kind of what it. If you let is that exactly the speech that what's his face gives Miles in Enter the Spider-Verse?
A bit.
So he basically gives him the whole gung ho, hey, don't let it weigh on your soul too much, or you're gonna die every time. You're gonna die a little bit every time, kind of thing. And then I can't remember if it's in that same episode or if it's an episode later where they have like 4 patients who look they're about to recover. They're all like doing really well, and then all 4 hard code within hours of each other, and they all die. And Dr. Cox, like he's the head doctor at the time, takes it really hard, and he comes crashing hard back into alcoholism
Dude,
and
wait,
everything on the job.
Cox himself?
Yes, Dr. Cox.
Oh, jeez.
He kind of like takes it really hard, gets back into drinking and that kind of thing like that. And then there's this whole episode of like when they're just like kind of like, man, you just got to deal with it, kind of thing. And then JD eventually comes to him and goes, hey, look, everyone's giving you shit about it now being like an alcoholic, but like I saw you break down, and and I hope that I could be that kind of doctor just like you, like when I've been in the game as long as you have. And he it's kind of like it's kind of a really interesting, yeah, things do not go to that character, go for that character, and he really does like take it very hard, and then you kind of see
Mother,
like how he learns from it.
Mother Trucker, Cox was a Spider-Man. Cox had to have been a Spider-Man at some point before like he put up he like put it up and like he gave up on it.
I'm trying not to say what I'm thinking.
Also, his name was maybe the most genius name just because it just like it told you who he was immediately. It's like, yes, he is the head, but also he's not nice.
He's not a nice guy, which John C. McGinley plays that character perfectly. John C. McGinley, I think I'm saying his name right. I hope I'm not getting him and the guy from Married with Children mixed up. But anyway, that actor is a great fucking genre actor. Let me put it this way. I know him from so many things that it's one of those things where like, oh, wait a minute. He was in that
Focus.
one movie. He was in that one movie and that thing.
Turn around,
and
focus.
shit. Google
Focus,
his,
I can see you. Can you hear me?
Where? Oh, there you are.
if you ever get a
Look at the
chance, just
reflection pool.
Google the movies he's in.
Okay. Where?
Look at the reflection pool.
Here?
Yeah, look in the water.
Okay. Oh, cool.
And also, follow me.
Follow me. I won't let you down if you believe in me.
Whee!
I don't even know what I want to make here. I just had to make this stairway. In fact, I suggest somebody else make something here.
Whoever find the weirdest videos on the internet.
Uh,
I found this one video where it's 3 Dios dancing to Take On Me.
Oh, dude, that one was amazing.
I'm
I'm glad that we're on the same YouTube wavelength, that we all watch the same videos without sharing them.
I've been getting really back into Neeb's gaming videos. I've been rewatching their playthrough of Ark. They've gone through 3 different maps so far. Like they're on Scorched Earth.
Is there one in there?
There's a spider. Watch. I want the string. Move out of the way.
Understood.
Has anyone
there
ever
you go.
watched Beck Mongolian Chop Squad or read the manga?
No.
So
No
just
and confusion.
I just kind of like sang a line from one of their songs. So Beck Mongolian Chop Squad is this manga / anime about this Japanese student who joins a rock and roll band that covers English songs.
Ooh.
So the whole setup is totally like one of those like we're getting the band back together type movies, and so the story is like
Stories.
so it's this Japanese guy who's like starting to get into guitar and stuff like that, meets this half Japanese dude and his sister and this freaky looking dog, and the dog is all sewn together, and the dog's name is Beck, named after the famous musician. And he starts talking to the dude, and the dude's telling the story about like how he wants to be a musician and stuff like that. And eventually, I would suggest reading the manga and then watching the original anime. The manga is really cool because it has tons of references to like old school 90s grunge and 80s rock and roll and 70s pop rock and stuff like that. It's so good. And it's just this journey of this like teenager like discovering his love of music and him and this dude and his sister forming this band, and it's like this coming of age really cool story. And I
Do you
remember
mind if I interrupt quick?
go on.
Is there anywhere that you guys want all of the dirt just dug out in an area so that it's just flat?
Are you still on your adventure, Ken?
Yes, I started another map.
Oh, okay.
Because I need dirt. I've got shovels, and I'm gonna go find a bunch of.
I think I'm gonna go head out to try to find you. What are your coordinates?
What do I hit? F3?
Yes.
I am negative 3604, 62, negative 1541.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So, my question is, who, where does somebody want a bunch of dirt duggen out? Because I am going to empty a field.
Go look. Go back by where the where we are. No, I want to kind of keep that mountain. Actually, yeah, go back.
You talking about rock anime reminds me of something. Do
Go-
you know what Black Heaven was? It was like this one about this guy who tries like who has to become a rocker in order to save the universe, and he has to like reignite his old passion, and like his wife hates him and stuff. And but it's famous.
I
for
don't.
This one
But that sounds
scene,
awesome.
This one scene, like where he's explaining why his band decided to break up. It's because one of their guys died. So basically, they were like on tour in the U.S. This guy gets his finger like hurt by this lobster,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's holding out and it's his middle finger. So he's holding out the finger, and this just like big black guy comes back, and in the Japanese dub of this show, this black guy's voice is the whitest voice you've ever heard. He's like, "Hey, what the fuck? You got a fucking problem, man?" And that's exactly how he says it.
What is this called?
Freaky turn.
What is this?
I think it's called like something like Black Heaven. Something like that.
Wait, with the title Black Heaven, it has a terrible black actor.
Here, let me find the video. It's like this particular scene, the worst black guy in anime.
By the way, Gus, take a look at Path of Exile. It's free. It's like a Diablo clone. I kind of want to start playing like an RPG or like an MMO RPG, and I would love for the three of us to start doing that. If not,
Okay, so you said Path of Exile?
Path of Exile. It's on Steam right now. It's free. I would suggest we all start a new character, and then
Oh yeah.
it's got this really
Okay,
neat levels.
I sent the video to you.
Okay.
Yeah. It always sucks when you try to play a game that somebody's getting you into, and
They're a higher level.
they're just like, "Oh man, it's okay. I'm only like 27 levels higher than you," and it's like, "For how long?" And it's like, say like 3 weeks, but it's okay. And it's like, no, it
So
isn't.
what were your coordinates, Ken, again? I'm just trying to get out.
I am currently at 39, negative 39, 36, 62, negative 12, 51.
You know, I'm actually really glad that you guys play Minecraft the way you do,
Huh?
because I really enjoy just being the guy who's adding details to the fortress.
So I was gonna say, go out by the farm, and take a look on the other side of the tree farm, not where the vegetables are, but the tree farm back that way. If you want to start flattening the area out that way, like even just leveling it out with the farm, but leave like that divot area because I know Nick's doing something down there.
Holy crap, it looks looks good. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, I want your guys' opinions when you're done with your next adventure because I have design.
You have design. I like how you said that. I have design. I think I said that eviler than you did. So should I be standing still? Because I've been on the move the whole time.
I'm just heading in your general direction.
Yeah,
Okay.
the thing is, once you get close enough, you probably should be able to just, like, say, hey, I'm next to a rock shaped like a dick.
I was gonna say I'm in the middle of an iceberg. Kyle, there's ice all around. I don't know if I will be able to keep warm. If you get back, tell Titan he needs to get a fucking job. Yeah, look at me, cat. I said it. You need to get a fucking job and pay a bill.
Can you shut the hell up, Ken? You're gonna make me. If you push that comedy button any further, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Every time I walk in the house, I talk to Titan like that. He'll be like laying there like a fat cat, and he'll like do the thing like he wants attention. I'll be like, dude, you need to get a job and pay a bill. I'm tired of you sitting around here, shitting in a box, just eating. You're the worst You're
the worst roommate.
You're the
You know,
worst.
I think the thing about this role playing group that I have the issue with is that we can just so easily devolve into talking about nonsense. It's like it could be hard to play games when we're all on the same nonsense like wavelength, you know?
So I want to ask you something. Speaking of nonsense wavelength, so I've been trying to edit that podcast we recorded. I did all the heavy stuff, like in terms technically of getting it ported over, which was a pain in the ass. But now that I have it, I hate listening to my own fucking voice. Like every time I try
I
to,
hate my own voice as well, but I can. You want me to edit it?
No. Well, I was gonna ask if you knew anyone who knew how to edit, and if you want to, yeah. But I'm telling you right now.
On my laptop, I have like this video editing software. I'm not sure how I'm not sure like if it can get what you need because I don't really know how to use it. I just kind of got it with it like.
I could do it. Well, I was gonna say if we knew anyone who had actual audio editing experience. I've been audio editing. I just hate listening to my voice, and so like I've been procrastinating so much. But
hey,
what?
I just want to say that I'm down to help you with that.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I can just send it to me and I'll try to like.
I was gonna say I have the crib sheet with all the notes of like the times in which we were talking, but like I'm just listening to my voice. I hate it. I can give you the sound effects too. No shit, I gotta do it. I just realized I wanted to put sound effects and shit, and I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to fucking.
Oh, I mean, Oh yeah.
I'm really I liked that podcast. I feel like it has a really good potential for us to just like randomly talk about things and have a good time, but also like the potential for like lore and just hidden in jokes, you know.
I was gonna say, do you guys want to record another one? Maybe not. I don't know. What day would be good this week for you guys?
Never, because you guys don't shower enough.
Okay, when would you want to record another one of those? And the other thing I wanted to ask you is because we could endlessly talk about nothing. Do you know anything about improv? Like kind of that idea. So the rule of improv is to kind of yes and the whole time.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know that.
So the idea is collectively I want to do a podcast where we talk about fantasy like mythology, but we just kind of make it up on the spot.
Okay, so like we started off with like, hey, you remember that one anime where like the dude did this and it's just like the first prompt and we just make it up as we go as if it's a real thing?
Are you talking about that one about the guy who put the headband on that was too tight and he went on the quest to try to get it taken off?
Oh man, I love that one. At a certain point, his mentor just said, "No, it's endurance training."
Yeah, that was kind of stupid, but I mean, I'm glad they did it in the third season and tried to doing it in like the first or the second. Because by the time you get to the fifth, and he's got like that whole group of people that join him.
Holy shit! Sorry, I'm.
Join him on his quest to remove his headband.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So so at that point, the Yes Dan is a whole group of people have joined him on a quest to defeat like some evil lord. Which by the fifth season it gets boring. Which is what I would have said. Sorry, which is what I would have said. But the point of
It gets
improv.
boring, but
Yeah.
don't they have like a whole spin-off show about the one guy who who's his friend and joins him on a similar quest because he got his head stuck in a barrel? And
Oh,
he's
are you
just
talking
always-
about the
it's
circus
called the
clown or the strong man?
yeah, I think it's the strongman, but I
Yeah.
think he may have been a strongman circus clown.
Wait,
And
were
he,
the-
he has his
were the-
head.
Oh no,
has
the
his head
clown
stuck
had
in
his
a barrel.
nose. The clown couldn't remove the nose. That's what it was.
Yeah, he has his head stuck in
Yes.
a barrel, and the show is called The Excellent Adventures of Bucket Coon.
Yeah,
yes,
I-
that was
you know,
perfect.
I actually loved that. I loved this series as a whole, but they had too many spin-offs that were too similar to the original.
Bucket Coon felt like more of like a parody of the original. Like it understood the stupid parts and embraced them while being self-aware about them at the same time.
Well, I think it kind of went overboard when they did the sixth spin-off when it was about the high schoolers, the high school girls specifically. Which I mean, I thought it was like gonna be like the combat school thing they were talking about, but then it just turned out to
Uh-huh.
be a weird, like, what's it called when Japanese girls kiss each other? It's not yaoi.
Yuri.
Yuri. Thank you.
Yaoi is when Japanese boys kiss each other. It's specifically yaoi. Like Yuri fans tend to be pretty relaxed. It's the yaoi who make it full on incest.
For the longest time, I've been obsessed with yeet porn, and what is yeet porn?
Okay, I'm out. I tap out. You guys win. Kyle, you win. Kyle wins. God damn it. Kyle wins this one. Okay, Gus, give me a prompt.
Oh crap! I don't have a bed.
Oh.
I don't know how. Like, I think I'll just like log out, and then I'm like my internet can be weird, so I don't know if I'll be able to. Tell me when it's dead, okay?
Okay, we're.
Holy crap!
Did
Sorry,
you
if
watch? Did you watch The Thing yet?
No, I'm
just
still.
telling you. You need to watch it. It's
I'm
hilarious.
I'm still in game. So okay.
Yeah, the thing was pretty good.
It is called Black Heaven.
So the idea is I want to sit down with a group of us at a table and then come up with fantasy, like either we start talking about like we can start telling fables about like this world or any world or whatever like that, or I would love to sit and take one of like just try to make a fantasy universe.
Is it dead yet?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Yep. I would love to sit down and us just develop an entire fantasy universe.
Oh, dude.
Like we literally came up with a comedy show about a dude who got his headband was stuck and his friend was like a clown who couldn't remove the nose, and there was like 6 spin-offs and a bucket-headed guy.
I want to tell you right now, Ken. Right now, there was a very easy answer towards avoiding the whole yeet porn.
What is yeet porn?
I have no idea, and I'm actually also curious.
I'm really confused because I thought it was one of the earlier two you said.
Yeet? What?
I mean, there's Yaoi and Yuri, but I thought yeet porn was one of them.
I don't know what that is. Have we just created an unknown subgenre of something?
Okay, yeet has to be when 2 neats fuck each other.
2 what?
Neats. Like hikikomori or whatever they call it. Where it's basically like 2 people who are like shut-ins eventually somehow like find each other.
And it's
And
it's
Bang.
always worth watching because it's like a whole season for a single subject of the pornography.
Dude, literally,
Because it
it's
takes so long for them to do.
like it is literally a hentai that goes on for like 24 episodes. Season 2 is them trying to figure out whether they want to move in together. Like that's how fucked up like that's
No, season 2 is the second date being actually scheduled.
okay. Yeah, season 2 it takes them like a month and a half.
If you find any extra wool, give it to me. 'Cause I
Oh,
need to make
dude,
a bed.
I just saw I have 4 white wool on me. I can make a bed.
Okay, cool.
Here, you know what? I'll even fucking stop, drop, open up shop.
Oh, I found one. I found one and a tree. I'm good.
All right.
I literally
so,
have a bed now for you.
so
I
my
have
layer is gonna
beds.
look somewhat stupid because when I'm making the general shapes, it's gonna be in gravel and dirt, and then I'm gonna finalize it later with the other materials.
Kyle, somewhat stupid is better than mostly stupid.
I'd agree.
Well, well, there's one thing you never do.
Mostly
go-
stupid is actually the superior form of stupid, because mostly stupid does not compromise on its ambition.
Yeah,
But there's one thing we can all agree on.
slightly.
You never go full retard.
Oh, you never go full retard.
Well, then what have I been doing?
Oh.
Oh no! Wait,
Oh.
you've been going. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
You never go full retard. I love that movie.
Oh, dude, that
The
movie.
pig massacre has started.
Okay, it is not the like top 10 movie by production and like creation, but it is one of my top 10 movies personally.
Wait, what movie is this?
Tropic Thunder.
Oh, okay.
Tropic Thunder is like perfect nonsense. It's if spun if the it's
Okay,
it's
so
like,
Ken, I'm around where you said you'd be.
Okay, so my coordinates are negative. I won't let me type. Negative 2698,
2698.
64,
Yes.
negative 250. I will stay here until you get
Negative,
here.
like, wait, 250?
Yeah, negative 250. I've been
Wow.
going around in a circle doing this
Okay.
map. I'm killing animals right now.
Could you like, type that into chat?
It won't let me why I have it pulled up, which is bugging me. Okay, let me.
I feel like Tropic Thunder is like the closest you'll ever get to an adult movie written as if it was written by the SpongeBob writer.
Yeah.
Just like the amount of stupidity that just happens in that is just like
Oh, there we go.
it just gets
Whoa.
piled on. You're just like, okay, it can't get any stupider than this.
It like the part where Jack Black is. Oh, I didn't put. Dang it.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say already.
Like I was gonna say no. The part where Jack Black falls face first into the thing of cocaine, and he starts going nuts because they're making fun of him for being the farting guy, and then he fucking farts. It's so fucking stupid. But like I laugh my ass off legitimately every time I see it. Like that's like straight up, I can't even lie. That shit's so fucking funny to me. And I can't even tell you why other than it's just stupid.
Well, like that's the thing is like you can have a stupid movie and it doesn't mean it's always bad. That's just the thing is that you kind of have to like understand that stupid movie is a genre.
Very much
You need
is.
to be it sounds like a smart, stupid movie.
Well, yeah.
A stupid movie that's very smart with how it uses its stupidity.
Oh yeah, so where did you want me to flatten out the land? I finally ran out of dirt I need to collect.
Okay, go behind. Go back by the tree farm.
Mm-hmm.
Go to. So you know where the wheat farm is? Go to the side opposite of the wheat farm. Uh, kind of like that back area. If you want to start flattening that out, or at least even just going further on. I mean, you might have to dig for cobblestone too, but I mean, if you just want to take the dirt alone in that area and leave the cobblestone for me, I can do that.
Opposite the wheat farm.
Because I need.
Okay, so on the opposite end, basically where the cactus the negative space where the cactus farm ends. Have you seen it?
I'm guess not. Then no. You know what? Just go from the back end out. You know where the farm ends at the very end, like you're leaving the villa. Just go from there. Just start. Go out. Even if you just want to
Yeah.
make that flat.
You ever wonder if like you got a viewer on all these videos, like what they would think if they had like no idea who any of us were? Like they'd
Probably
just
not.
be like so confused. They'd just be like, "What are these guys doing?"
Well,
Isn't
been.
Isn't that basically how people enter like you watching people's YouTube channels?
Yes,
They're like,
pretty
oh,
much.
who the fuck is this guy? But then it's like,
I mean, we
I'm a-
literally had a conversation about a fictional TV show that we literally created just
like
now.
I'm a PB and Jeff fan, and those guys are idiots.
I don't know
The
who
best
they are.
idiots.
But-
So there's somebody who goes by Peebs or Peanut Butter Gamer, and
Oh, I know who he is.
and he has like I forgot what the channel for the other guy is, but he's basically just doing videos with his friend Jeff, and it's just nonsense. It's stupidity. It doesn't even make sense. Just no one cares.
Ow. I put up a little light tower. I know it doesn't matter since it's day, but
Oh yeah, tell me when you get back from your adventure and you're going to the lighthouse, because I want to be with you and I give you advice on how to build a lighthouse.
Do you wanna build a lighthouse? Gosh,
shut the
darn
fuck
these-
up. Shut the fuck up right now.
I love when I'm
swear-
able to like get that kind of reaction out of somebody from just one
Fuck.
line.
You know,
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm so sorry to say this, but I actually am very happy that that song is stuck in my head now.
Fuck you.
Not the other one that everyone loves to sing. But this one, yes.
You know, it's the best version of that song. Do you
wanna kill a planet? Yeah, that one's pretty good even if I'm not a Dragon Ball Z fan.
I actually never
we
heard
make a
that one,
variation
and now I want to
Of
hear it.
Don't-
It's from Dragon Ball Z Abridged Vegeta. Do you wanna kill a planet?
Oh my god!
Commit some
Why did I?
genocide?
Oh, why did I not get that? I do. I think I blocked it out of my memory because I hate that fucking movie so much.
Why
Christ.
do you hate it? I'm just curious. Why do you hate it so much?
My roommate was really into it at the time, and I don't understand why. She would literally walk around and sing the fucking songs all the time. She'd have them blasting. I fucking hated it.
Yeah, I totally get you with that. Like, I've had friends who've been like super into things, and like it's all they ever talk about, and it kind of
Well,
gets a bit.
I'm gonna
Kinda
I'm
gets a
gonna
bit
gr-
annoying.
I'm gonna have to agree with both of you about this because that's why I
Oh,
left
shoot,
the My
shoot,
Little
shoot.
Pony fandom is the only they only they only talk about it. And that's a fair reason to hate Frozen because dear God, why does it never end?
You know what's funny? I actually wanted to talk to you about that the My Little Pony fandom. Yeah, one day you were really into it, and then one day you just stopped, and I never followed
He
up with it.
was. That is how it happened. Like, I've known him for a long time now, and he used to talk about it like
Hey.
occasionally. And then one day he suddenly just like, I don't talk about that anymore.
If you look in this one right here, there's food
mean,
for
like,
you.
I- I'll talk about it if it's relevant or if there's actually a good literary
take
note
this
about
on.
it. But
if you have a
that's
pickaxe,
just
go ahead and pick them up.
but that's just the thing is like I came from I can tell you right now, it's very simple. I actually was in multiple like local brony groups, like actual like Facebook groups that would meet up and do things, you know? And some of the people there were worse than others. And then at a certain point, that was the only type of person there, and I was like, yeah, no.
Oh wait, did you want one of them?
I don't have any room.
Oh,
Okay.
why do you
I'll
not?
follow
You
you.
never have room.
No, I don't. I have all these potions in my inventory, and I can't. Here, let me just check some of this stuff.
Oh. Actually, I just remembered something that would make for a really good, like, when one of us has our different servers,
Mm-hmm.
and we have a certain mod installed.
Okay, let's go. Yeah,
Okay.
I may like. I'm curious. I'd want to back up the worlds first, but I'd be curious to see if I could like start these worlds and like add mods and stuff. Obviously,
no.
anything generation based, but like
Well-
maybe I'd just make a copy so we had all our stuff.
Oh, definitely.
We
But the mod that I was about to talk about is
mhm,
something that I saw a while ago, but I was already like not playing Minecraft with people, so I just gave up on it.
mhm.
But there was something which I would call a terraforming virus.
Mhm.
Like you put the virus on dirt,
Mhm.
and then it would just spread across as fast as you can make as far as you can see blocks,
Mhm.
and it would delete every piece of dirt in contact with each other.
what?
And
I-
you could do that with other materials too.
Where'd you
So
go?
you could start
Right
up
here.
a
There you go.
world. You could start up a world, do the command, and put in one block of that virus. Then go and put it on dirt and experience a world without dirt.
That is crazy. Well, I mean, it would be a continent without dirt because there's multiple
Doesn't
continents.
Optifine have something so the grass will grow on the side of dirt?
What do you mean?
For you, do you see like how do the grass blocks look?
Oh, you're right. They are on the side.
The really crazier version.
So
That's like my favorite feature about Optifine, along with you can hold torches in one of your hands and you'll be lit up.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't know that wasn't part of vanilla game, by the way.
Wait, that actually works
wasn't.
now?
It's only in Optifine.
Well, you
Oh,
can
I
download
really need to
Optifine.
learn how to like install it because
It's actually super easy. It's a single file. You download it to a specific area, and then when you
that thing is like I don't know how to find the place to place.
Oh, so
Oh.
straight up, Optifine actually has a little tutorial how to install itself.
Okay.
I'm not even lying. There's also actually there is an install version, so you can download it and it'll automatically install to your system, and then it's just navigating the menus in game to set it.
So
Okay.
what I wanted to do with that terraforming virus was kind of like the Skyland challenges.
Replace all blocks with marshmallows.
Well, okay, no.
Mm,
Just like the the Skyland challenges, if you've ever seen them from long ago.
Mhm.
The idea that I would have is start up the world before you have any of the players get there, like be in creative mode so you can fly around and find one piece of stone.
Mhm.
Oh
Apply
god.
the terraforming virus to it. That way, you actually have to like, you will be able to see all of
Whoa.
the ore. You will be able to see every valuable mineral. But you will actually have to like create reverse stairs down to them.
Mhm.
God damn, Kyle, that is super evil. Hey, there's wool and meat.
But tell me I am not wrong that you would play it and you would love it.
I would love it, but that also sounds like super
Hey, a
terrifying.
village. You know,
Hey,
it's kind of a shame. We started it up this in 13 point, I don't know, whatever. And in the version 14, they're gonna be completely redesigning all of the village structures.
I was
Oh,
gonna
it
I
looks
was gonna
better.
say at the 14 update we're gonna have to do a complete reboot anyway, which kind of
Are
sucks.
you sure?
As far as I've seen, yeah, because even in single player, you need to restart.
But are you sure?
That's-
I was able to load one of my worlds with like I don't mean to doubt. I just like I was able to load one of my worlds with one of the snapshots just fine.
See,
That's
I
that's gonna
haven't
be
been able to do
bullcrap.
that, but hey, what the fuck is that under there? Wait, why am I
Sea
not?
pickles.
I have a boat. What the fuck's wrong with me? I know I can see the land, but we could use a boat at least.
Sea pickles.
Motherfucker, I got a boat.
You could.
Motherfucker got a
Ye-
boat.
You can. Here, I have.
Oh,
I'll
hold
go
on.
down and get some.
Hold on. I got a boat. Wanna get in the boat?
Want to get in the boat?
Wanna get in the boat? You wanna come
You wanna
get
Hey
a boat?
Timmy, where are you? Hey Timmy, do you want to get in the boat?
You wanna get in the boat, Chogus? Hold on. Let's go up river a little bit and see what's up here.
I think you can eat them, but they also glow. Don't ask me why pickles glow.
Pickles?
Yes.
Pickles. Oh, dude, we
Pickles.
saw an entire biome of gravel too. By the way, Kyle. I can't remember where it is anymore. I'm sorry. Shogus, do you
Oh,
remember?
don't-
Look, there's a little boat.
Honestly,
Like,
don't
I
worry
once
about it.
found a boat that was completely intact over the water, and it's still one of my favorite discoveries.
Do you want me to drop you off at the boat? No, I'll go
No,
around this.
no, let's go. Let's
Okay.
keep going. I'm telling you, we need like they have a mod that's kind of like that where you can build your own boats. I
kn-
don't know, like it was I only knew about this mod like back in like 1.9. So I don't know if like they've updated it. It was called like I forget the something ships mod, and you can only have like 60 blocks in a boat, but it's still better than what we have now.
Yeah, I was gonna say because we at least could have all of us and we could go sail the 7 seas.
Yeah. Like I
Oh,
think it was actually 128
no.
blocks.
Okay.
So I don't know if it works anymore though. It'd be cool if it did. I don't know. It's kind of a shame no one's ever made like a good multiplayer pirate game.
Yeah, honestly, man, if Atlas wasn't such a buggy fucking mess, I'd say that one seems like a super fun one because like the ships are like destructible, so like you could get nailed with like cannonballs and pieces of your ship are busted off, and you have to bring it back in to repair it or build a whole new ship and stuff.
That's pretty cool. That's
Is-
one of the things that one of the things like you've seen how they're kind of coming up with that Minecraft knockoff. But the thing that looks most interesting about that game to me, the Hightail, is like I want to get like a bunch of friends together and just explore stuff, you know?
I do like this just kind of rolling around and like seeing stuff. Like the idea of like just kind of like dicking around and taking a look at this world is kind of neat to me.
Yeah. I don't know. That's like I'm hoping I can at least get like Nick to play it and maybe you and Kyle and like we can all get together. But
Would it be cruel to kill a chicken by throwing eggs at it?
you can't. Eggs don't do any damage.
Well, they get knocked back.
Do they get up again?
They can't take fall damage though.
They get
Well,
But,
I
knocked
mean,
out.
they
But
flash
get up
red
again.
and they scream out in pain because I threw an
They
egg at
don't-
them.
They don't actually take like any damage from it. They just like they do get knocked back, however. It's almost night.
I know.
There's
I know.
another-
I know.
There's another wall.
And I don't know,
can't do
like
this
the mods that kind of I think would be cool for Minecraft are like the ones for like exploration, you know, just like I want to find more generated structures. Like I know of this one where you can like find all these dungeons, like these massive dungeons, and they're called the roguelike dungeons, and they like there's like tons and tons of them. Like
Ooh.
in like the further down you go, because they have like multiple layers, the further down you go, the
Sort of feel a little more
the
like a
tougher the
Dungeons and
monsters get.
Dragons.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one sounds fun.
I agree on that one. You can only sleep at night during thunderstorms.
God, let me sleep. I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed now. I am bread.
Didn't get to finish typing my message.
What were you saying?
Okay, I'll type it
Oh.
while you.
Just type it. I want to see what it says now.
So I have a terrible idea for something that we could do if we want to just like stream something. If we can get 4 people,
Yeah.
okay.
Motherfucker.
If we can get 4 people in the same room, I would really love for us to play I Am Bread,
Oh my god.
but only one controller, and each of us basically has control of one button only.
So,
Oh wait, a 5th person for
Have
the
you,
stick.
Team 4-Star?
yes.
They did this one where they would have like the Team 4-Star versions of the Dragon Ball characters play through games.
Yeah,
that led-
like Vegeta
that led to one of
plays
my
or
favorite
Krillin
videos.
plays.
Like which was Goku playing I Am Bread.
So
Like, I shouldn't be playing this game. Chi Chi tells me not to play with my food.
I only have watched the Dragon Ball Abridged, to be honest. Like I love some of their okay, that's a lie. I've also watched the Final Fantasy VII video.
I
Final
watched the
Fantasy
first
VII.
season. I don't know if the later ones are good.
I like it so far. They've gotten. Has everyone here played Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah.
No.
How
Oh.
dare you?
Look,
Okay.
I'm trying. Look, I only have
I-
so much time.
I know,
I'm
I know,
in
but I.
classes right now.
So like, do you know
You're
anything
no
about
longer
the?
my friend. You're dead
Kyle.
to me.
Kyle, calm down.
Aerith.
You know that.
Aerith.
Aerith, do you know anything about the story? Do you know what happens to them?
Yeah, kind of. Vaguely. Where'd you go?
Oh, did you?
Oh,
Right
I
here.
see you. I think? No, that was just a train.
You just ran past me. There you go.
Oh.
So, the idea I had about us just like trying to like have a discussion about a fake something.
Mhm.
So one of the ideas I had was a fake action movie.
Mhm.
So because like we
Can
could
it be
talk.
called the Fully Loaded 4?
Oh
Yes.
my God, yes. Now it has to be. Oh,
Yes.
I fell. I didn't fall too far.
Okay, good. I thought you were about to guss on that.
Nope.
Hey!
Oh,
I get
oh
that it's
crap.
a bit of a meme. Since you...
No,
Okay,
that's
got
the thing. I will
There's a creeper.
actually. I will now, at this point, always be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Gus. If you fall, but if somebody else falls, I'm gonna call your namesake."
Yes.
It's called gussing when you fall to your death there for a minute anyway, so. But
Oh, and it's
I
called
just spazzed
nicking
the
if you
fuck out.
fall to your death in lava.
What? How many times did he die from lava?
Only once, but that was enough.
Oh,
Before even Kyle's campaign is started, I might ask you guys to like develop concepts for characters because
You mean ended?
yeah, before yours is ended, because like I kind of want to build up backstories for a lot of these guys, but like at the same time I don't want you guys to like know each other. I kind of want it to be a bunch of strangers have kind of come together.
Oh,
Similar to ours. But like Ken's given me like I'm not sure if you're gonna stick with the character, but like an idea for a character. And I've already come up with a bit of like an enemy for it, just based on the ideas he's run through. And like the Nemesis system in my campaign is really integral to how everything works. Watch.
Yeah, his nemesis system does not need to be explained so you understand it because it is worth being surprised.
Yeah.
okay. I
Ken's?
also
Or mine.
No, yours.
Oh.
I was gonna
like
say.
you've already told me the system, and I'm just saying, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So, right now my Nemesis, the Nemesis system, it's basically gonna be the same one I used for the Arkham campaign, where I kind of like pick someone who I think would be a good foil to use scale wise, and then, but I also.
Stop! I'm playing with this bear.
Oh Jesus! What are you doing? Can you ride the
He's
bear?
playing with the bear.
No.
Oh.
I
Did
was
you
just-
not hear him?
I was just playing with the bear. I need to play with bears every now and again. It's good for my sanity.
Okay. Okay. Have you ever seen a real bear? It's scary.
Yes.
Dude, they're fucking.
Real polar bear as well. They're huge.
I've
One of the things
I've seen a
used to
real
live
polar bear
in-
too in the zoo, but that, I mean, I don't know if that counts. I mean, actually, in the wild, I've been face to face with a bear.
Oh,
Scared
no.
the fuck out of me.
I think I wasn't
No.
face to face,
I
but
used
it
to
was like
when
in the
I
distance.
lived in Pittsburgh, we would go to the zoo, and they had this nice little zoo. And there was like this grizzly
The
bear
zoo
there.
has a zoo?
There was this grizzly bear there, and he would always he would kind of always come out when there was the most people. Then he'd just get up on his like hind legs and start throwing balls around and like performing.
Oh, he knows. He
Yeah,
knows
like
what's happening.
That's
Yeah,
so
he-
weird you should say that because like my parents were fascinated with so back in like the 70s and 80s they used to have shit like weird sideshow attractions all over the place. And
Mhm.
one of them in Wisconsin was this bear that you could feed Coke to. Like it was gross. Like apparently like you would just hand it and it would pop the can open and drink the Coke.
Okay, that type of Coke.
Yeah, no, Kyle, not the narcotic Coke.
I think it's proof that our minds are similar. That when you said Dr. Cox, I didn't think like the name, like Red Sox. I thought of something else.
Like a dick Cox. Okay, I get it. Okay.
Like no, like that is like they intended that when they made it his name. I know they did.
Oh, he's literally the stereotypical asshole. That's actually why it was like such an endearing, and because it's not even in that season either. Like when they introduce him, 'cause he's introduced in the first season. It's like 2 or 3. I think it might even be like almost 4 seasons in. But yeah, it was basically like he just has this like breakdown where like, oh shit, he just let a bunch of patients on his watch die. And it really kind of shows you how much he deals with like how much it really hurts him in loss.
What kind of doctors are they? Like
Well, it's basically
Ooh, I
like,
really
Oh.
talk really far.
ooh,
Both General Hospital
Huh?
and ER.
Okay.
Am I driving?
yes, go.
Oh,
Yay! By the way,
like
I have
you
2
have
boats.
seen,
You can take this one if you want.
You have seen
I
the
don't
credits.
have any room.
Oh, that's right.
You have seen one of the things is they say I am no Superman.
I'm no
I
Superman.
think that moment with Cox just says it perfectly because he tells somebody else about it, but that doesn't mean he's immune.
You know what's funny? I think that makes him more like Superman than any of them.
That is always the weirdest thing is that Superman is actually named incorrectly and it's the best thing.
What do you mean?
Because Superman is impervious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you cannot kill him, but you could definitely take hostages with people around him.
You couldn't kill him, but
But
you
the
can
thing is-
defeat him.
But that being said, Superman, his name, does not apply towards every type of damage. I'm talking about emotional damage.
Mm-hmm.
He will have all of the confidence in the world when you look at him,
Mm-hmm.
but it's probably just like Spider-Man, where it's just like even he needs to put on that facade.
Oh my god!
I feel.
Otherwise,
I don't know.
otherwise he's not Superman. You know.
I watched the Watchmen movie the other day. It's an interesting thing to think about because that kind of has me thinking about Dr. Manhattan. Because like the way he kind of gets hurt is because he feels bad about not feeling anything.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at what you're saying. But whatever Kyle just said, eventually it got to the point where like I just imagine Homer Simpson on his knees crying, and I don't know why, but it was just like no man is invaluable, and then it's just like the most flawed animated character ever made on his knees crying because he failed. Okay, we're probably gonna have to go this direction next. Yes. We
All right,
are.
it's about
I
to
have-
dread.
I have 3 kids and no money. I wish I had no kids and 3 money.
Yeah, no kids, 3 money.
Oh god.
Not my favorite one though. My favorite
Maggie!
one is
Maggie!
I'm in Danger.
Lisa Jr.
my favorite one is the I'm in Danger. Kind of looks like we're jerking off. Look at
Hey.
me do it. Just
All right, I'm getting to bed.
You got a shield, so it looks like you're covering your shame. It just looks like I'm just like awkwardly jerking myself. I'm trying to get off, but I just can't.
No. I just thought of another terrible witch's curse.
Okay.
You only remember the
Prostitute-
worst seasons of The Simpsons?
No. Well, that's a good one too.
I mean,
The
it is
prostitute's curse. The
Hey,
witch's curse. I
fuck
was
you!
thinking.
Don't look at me like that. Fucking get in our way again. Fuck you!
Prostitute's
Shut.
curse.
Come here. But what you get for being in our town? This is fucking Blue Dragon Town, motherfucker. Go on,
the
sorry.
new-
We're
The be-
technically 3,000 blocks away from Blue Dragon Town, but whatever.
Hey, are we on our continent right now? Then it's
I
Dragon
don't know.
Town.
So the better, a new gypsy curse I thought of is prostitutes don't work for you.
What?
So you can't be pleasured by a prostitute.
Oh.
Like it doesn't matter if it's the perfect scenario. It doesn't work.
How
Okay,
does that
well-
work, Kyle? I mean, okay. No. Okay, let me rephrase that in a way. How does that work for people who don't go to prostitutes?
This curse has to go to somebody who enjoys them.
I mean,
Kyle, do we need to have
I
a serious conversation about something?
Kyle, yeah, we need to have a conversation if there's I mean,
If that's your first idea for a curse, then maybe like we can help you like
How
with
many-
dating and stuff.
hold up. No. Let me ask you a better question. How many people do you know who go to prostitutes? Is that a better
Yeah,
question?
really.
Like I imagine Kyle, we need to have a serious conversation about.
Yeah, like why is that your first
No, the terrible answer to that is almost everybody I know. Do you know what that means?
Oh no, what happened?
Oh,
Where'd
you
I go?
fell. I fell. Did I? Oh,
Isn't it disorienting?
yeah, that
Like,
snow
Yeah,
cap
you
thing.
just go
Yeah, I was like, I started walking towards you. I'm like, oh hey, let's. Oh.
Okay, so
Better than falling to our death, though.
Mhm.
do I need to spell out the terrible idea I just said?
That
That
literally
would
almost
be-
everyone you know goes to a prostitute, or
Uh,
everyone you know is a prostitute.
No, the first, not the second.
Okay. What would that say about us then?
Well, it would say that you're not involved in the business. So the thing is, if a
I
if
mean,
a prostitute
Why are we
knows
oh,
those
watch out!
people,
There's kind of a.
Huh?
Do you
Why are
know
we
a lot
going
of
this way?
trying to? Oh, here, let me show you. Here, come over here.
Okay.
Safe spot. I'll throw you the map.
No, you don't have. I don't have any space.
you know what?
Oh,
You know what? I'm just gonna say, bless your innocent souls.
Like I don't know, man. It's never been an issue for me because, like, I'm not somebody who's like stuck up about that sort of thing. To be like, oh man, I just really
Like-
need to. Like
like
I don't know.
Like this is a
if
joke.
if
that-
I'm feeling like sexually frustrated, I can settle it by myself. Thank you.
I mean, I don't want to go further into this joke because going into detail means
Ah!
going into too much detail.
the hell!
That
That was
this place.
this is hell to me.
Yeah, because you don't know where is safe to.
Is it safe? It's
No.
safe.
Like one of these times, we're just gonna walk over one, and it's just gonna drop us into a ravine.
Well, luckily that isn't over ravines. It's usually over small gaps over water or ice. So we're at least
Yeah.
that little lucky.
All right. About 12 shovels in, I don't think I need any more dirt.
12 shovels.
Hey man.
What are you gonna do with those pies, son?
What are you gonna do with those
Boy.
pies, boys? It
That one's. It's not on Hulu anymore. I looked for it now.
Ah.
I'm gonna have to like pirate it or something because I really want to see it.
I have it on the hard drive. I'll tell you what. One of these days, we should do a stream of a horror movie or something. We should get that set up.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask. I had already talked to Kyle about this, about having you
Mhm.
guys come over and play Smash.
Mhm.
What would you rather have, Smash or a movie night, Kyle? Gus.
I actually would
Um,
lean more towards movie night because
Yeah,
we're
me as
gonna
well. Because
like
I
we're
can,
gonna
can play Smash like on Sundays and stuff. You know, on
yeah like
Saturday.
we're gonna find a way to play Smash anyway because we're driven enough for it, right?
You know,
Yeah.
you shouldn't punch those bears. They hit hard.
Did I punch a bear?
No, but they can like chase you. Like they swim faster than you do.
I didn't punch a bear though. I just
I know.
run
I'm
past
just
it.
saying. I punched one once, and they can outswim you.
Okay. I wasn't planning on punching a bear.
I'm just saying, like, I would love to do like the whole Smash thing,
Maybe
but
I'm just projecting.
we're gonna obsess about Smash Brothers one way or the other.
Yeah, Smash Brothers. It's gonna be there, and like movies. Well, I don't
That-
know.
Especially if
Like
Kenny
movies
o-
are best enjoyed, especially terrible movies are best enjoyed with other people.
um,
Like
and
you can
especially
watch a terrible movie by yourself, and it'll still be fun. But like it's best when you have friends with you who's like, and you're making comments about what's going on,
like we could but
like
all,
about the pies.
Okay.
Like,
all-
what you gonna do
all
with those
three of us-
pies, boys?
all three of us could watch Frozen, and Ken would enjoy it more than watching it solo.
Yeah.
Okay, as
Oh,
long
so
as
what
we
I was
play
saying-
the original Frozen.
Oh, you mean the one your movie suck review, your moviesucks.com review, the really terrible horror movie one? Where are you?
You were right behind me. Where'd you go? I'm walking back a little bit.
So I was saying, like, because Smash,
No,
Oh,
like,
there you
oh,
are.
I
There
see
you
you.
are. Yeah,
we're going to get to play Smash at some point. We're going to find it, and especially if you accept our gift of $20, then we can play it whenever we fucking want. But the movie,
Kyle.
that's something I really want because
How much
we're not
is
going
it?
to do it normally.
$20 a year, or $20 a month?
It's a year.
Oh, it's a year. Okay, that's much
It's
better.
a year.
Calm down,
That's-
Kyle. Kyle. You want to know the truth? It's a moral thing. I can totally afford it. It's a moral thing. I'm
But
sorry,
Like, I'm,
but like
I-
Why didn't you tell me
Nintendo.
that sooner? I asked if you'd like that gift, and you're like, yeah, sure. And then I like give you the $20, and you're
I
like,
was trying.
"No."
I was trying to. Okay. God. So okay. So I
no,
will.
I get
I
up
will
to,
fully
like,
admit
I
this is.
refuse. Like, I've never played Overwatch because I only have it on the PlayStation, and I refuse to indulge Sony's stupidness.
I think Kyle, it was just kind of the Irish thing. I didn't want to just admit that I have a fucking grudge against them.
Nintendo?
Well, no. The grudge against the online thing. Sorry, not them. I didn't want to make it out. I didn't know if you'd understand. Because here's the thing. I can kind of sort of justify Xbox. I can. It's because it's like always been the model. It's how they subsidize like such huge servers and stuff like that on their games and stuff like that. But like Nintendo never had that before. Even when Nintendo went online, you could still do their online for free. And they're not offering anything new, and their system isn't very good yet.
And they're not actually
Oh, watch out,
offering
watch
anything
out.
new there.
Hold up,
they're-
hold up. Stop.
they're-
Don't walk towards me before
Timer time.
there was a giant
They're
hole right there.
they're actively withholding stuff. Like the Virtual Console, you used to be able to like buy their old games for like a couple dollars a piece, and now you can't because they want people to buy their online. And it's like, dude, you realize how pissed I am. I'd loved buying their old games and kind of like supporting that because I like to buy their old games because honestly I just like to play games and like while like laying in bed and stuff because I only emulate on my computer and it's kind of hard to do it whilst in bed.
I
Dude.
emulate every time I talk to people.
Kyle, goddamn you.
And like I'm mad that I can't I have to buy their stupid thing to do that now because the Virtual Console system was fine. It was like, okay, like you're not charging me full price for a game that's years and years old, and I can like kind of support the company that made it. you know, and it's not too expensive. You know, it's like some games were too expensive, but you know,
It's
it's
like
just
Steam. I don't
yeah,
have to pay for online Steam. Because I tell you
yeah.
right now, if Steam started charging me, fucking, I'm out.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. I also like the IP. Like PC is like way different. I mean, we're playing PC right now.
Uh huh.
Which, by the way, if you had the
I
same
prefer to play
beautiful
like
view I have
action.
right now,
I have the same. I prefer like to play action games and stuff like on console because I like to play them with the controller.
mm-hmm.
Of
Well,
course, you can't control it. Get a controller with Steam. It's just why are we going around in circles?
dude, we're trying
Why
to complete a
not?
map. It's literally we have to go around in a circle.
I guess so. Okay, bed, bed,
bed.
it's bed.
Got it. Get it. Going. Go. Got it.
Good.
Got it. Good. Bed fucker.
Hey. What I do in my own time is none of your business.
If I want to make sweet love to this mattress, it's all up to me.
And the mattress did consent.
Did it? And mattresses consent?
Yes.
Okay, hold on a second. Throw me something, and I will throw you the map, so you can take a look.
Throw me the treasure,
Yeah.
and I'll throw you the rope.
Okay, now let me get.
Oh, I
this.
see. Cool.
Uh,
this-
I don't have.
Is
Oh,
this a big map?
yes.
I think it is.
Yes.
Here you go.
And then you can have that.
What
back.
if on the little like map board you make a big map and you put it next to a small map?
I think it'd
What
just be weird.
Oh, we have just a gigantic map. Still behind me? Yes,
Yeah,
you are.
go to the lighthouse. There's a really freaking big map.
Oh yeah, did you go to the top
no,
of the lighthouse yet, or have you been in it?
I
What?
have been in it like a week ago.
Go in it now and go to the very top and take a look at the map wall.
You know what? You know they're adding crossbows to the game.
Neat. As soon as we're
And
done
you
with
can,
this
like,
map,
You can like cock them, put them in your inventory, and then take them back, and they'll still be pulled back.
nice.
But they're a lot longer to pull back than regular bows. But they're like maybe a little easier to aim.
So
1
you-
second.
So you might have a bit of a pirate scenario where you actually want to cock like multiple guns.
He's only been out here for like an hour and a half. Okay, I'll bring him. 1 second.
Dude, the crossbows are totally.
Oh.
The crossbows would be perfect for the whole.
1 second,
pirate
I have to
setting.
go bring in my dog. Okay.
Okay, I'll wait
How
here.
dare
for
you?
The crossbows now. What in there in the where?
The pirate would be. The crossbows would be very close to the pirate aesthetic
It would be.
because you'd have like
Arr.
3 crossbows loaded up in your inventory, and you'd be like, you want to come over here?
I'm gonna go murder me a couple of cows while I wait. Ah, don't you run! You'll die
Be sure to-
tired.
Be sure to look at their hooves when you do it.
I looked them in their cold, beady shark eyes. I don't know why I'm talking like this anymore. It even scares me now, Kyle. I think I've gone mad. Mad, I tell you. They're dead eyes looking at me when I sleep, Kyle. While I sleep.
Well, you do you, man.
Well, as long as you're doing you.
Oh yeah, so I will go look at the lighthouse, but I think you guys will enjoy. Well, I think Ken, you'll enjoy the modifications I made for your entry for the way leading over to the tree farm.
Oh, nice. I can't wait to see it.
I've been filling it out and putting some good details in it. Yeah, I'll take a quick visit over to the lighthouse. Grab my favorite horse,
Your favorite horse.
which I think is actually gone.
No! Those bastards. Hold on, let
I
me go
think
kill a
somebody
sheep.
took my horse to travel and didn't put it back in the same pen.
That looks like a llama duck. That's weird. Nope. Just a weird baby llama. Wow, baby llamas look weird. Do you get meat from llamas?
That's a good question.
That's a handsome question, Lisa.
Did he say handsome?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh dear, taking a horse down that like steep stairway down out of the realm is stressful
Is it?
because you can't see the bottom of, you can't see ahead of you directly down beneath you.
Oh, that would be kind of bad. I got 6 raw beef, 7 raw mutton, 12 cooked mutton, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Oh dude, I just realized you could technically like do a joke because you can sidle your horse a bit,
Yo,
right?
I'm back.
Oh, cool. I literally... Okay.
You can sidle your horse a bit, so
What
you
do
can
you mean?
actually run diagonally.
Let me pick this up. All right, let's go.
Where
And-
are you? Oh, there you are.
Yeah,
and
I
I think
waited.
that's my next joke is that I know how to drift with a horse.
God damn it, Kyle.
Oh yeah, so Gus, I was
What?
saying that the crossbows
Mhm.
fit very well with the pirate aesthetic.
Yeah, they do.
By the way, so do you guys want to do a movie night then this Friday? Because I can do a double feature.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
What
There's the
time?
What time would be good for you guys? Because I would literally be free after 4 o'clock.
I usually watch like TV like with my mom around 9. We
Oh.
watch
You hang out with your mom?
look man, we're
Nerd.
family. We like to watch TV. We've been watching Seinfeld, which is amazing.
Seinfeld is great.
Boat.
Car.
Oh, boat,
So
boat,
I
boat.
guess a boat.
I was
Wait,
gonna... Yeah. Boat.
But anyway, I could always I could do any time. I just have to. It just might be good for me to have like for advanced knowledge to like know beforehand.
I like
So,
post knowledge.
Friday, I think. Is that a turned over ship?
Yeah.
I like post knowledge.
I like pre-knowledge.
All right.
Pretty
So
cool.
I'm in the lighthouse. Is there an extra floor where the map is?
Yes.
Yes.
Keep going up.
What do you mean? There's no. Okay, there it is. I didn't
be a
see the
ladder.
ladder.
A yatter.
And so yeah, I guess I could do Friday. I think for me, we could like plan it more. But like,
Well, like the
Kenny, you mother trucker. It's beautiful.
Kyle, you want to know something? I gotta add like 2 more layers onto it, so it's probably gonna come forward 2 spots.
what
You
map
did-
are we currently doing?
You didn't answer. You didn't let me answer your question. What if I didn't want to know something?
Do you want to know something?
It says your friend from
I'm,
Reddit.
I'm trying so hard not to aggravate you.
Wow, I've never had someone say that to me.
You know what they're bringing back?
What?
Okay,
Sexy?
you wouldn't know what this is. Kyle might. It was totally like a fad when I was a kid. Like it was. Do you remember what the Bakugan were?
Oh,
Oh
I remember
God.
that. I wasn't
Yeah,
into it, but I remember that.
But like I was like a kid when it was like huge, so of course I was into it. And it's just like it's kind of weird because like looking back on it now, it's the cheesiest like garbage ever. But like one hand, I understand I'm kind of clouded with the nostalgia, but like man, it's just bringing me back to times I didn't think I'd ever think about again.
Do you want to know something like
Ooh,
the hell?
You punched me.
Did I? I'm sorry.
Couldn't-
I was hitting
have
the
an
boat. Do you want to know
Is
something?
this related to I married an ex murderer?
Oh, that yes. Do you want to know something funny? I
Okay.
know I used to work at Walmart for like 10 years.
hmm
So, even if I had a soul, if I was a redhead, they would have sucked it out
Mhm.
anyway. But
Mhm.
so you totally don't know this, but parents make fun of the things their kids like all the time behind their back.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
How
And
could they?
and when you're in retail, that's
Mhm.
doubly for sure when like they have to stock the stupid shit.
hmm
So like I am well aware of Bakugan.
Yeah. It was just like the dumbest thing ever, but like, I guess the toys are kind of neat.
So one of the
Wait,
managers I worked.
I
What?
thought you said back Gugon.
Yeah,
That's a
So one of the managers would he knew how to pronounce it. Here's the fucked up part. He would go Bakugan and he would go, "Oh man, my son's really into that Bakugan stuff, but I only pronounce it Bakugan to piss him off because he knows it bugs him." And he goes, "Oh yeah, yeah, he was saying like, "Oh yeah, so and so my friend did that whenever they were talking about Pokemon to their kid and like they would be Pokemans or
You were ready.
bad fuck boy." He was probably like waiting to hit enter. So yeah, like
So-
he would joke all the time, going like, "Oh yeah, they constantly make fun of the shit their kids are into," and I it, like so it brings up
No,
the question.
I'm still like years later. That's one of the things. Like with a lot of that stuff as a kid, I kind of fell out of it. Years later, I'm still interested in Pokemon, and I know Kyle is kind of too.
Well, think about it. Like people who had like Star Wars as a kid are still like super into Star Wars. Like to the point that they have to make entire think pieces about a bad movie. Like, look, we get it. Last Jedi wasn't good. Fucking drop it, okay? If you had a little bit of fucking context, you'd realize we've had more bad Star Wars movies than good Star Wars movies.
Oh,
And I
totally.
mean, I'm going to be the first to admit it. There's arguably only 2 good movies in the original trilogy. I
Oh,
said
yeah.
it. I said it. Fuck
yeah,
you, Return of the Jedi.
no. Like that, I understand that. Like the only series I've really found that I feel like is good to about the whole there's this one guy I watch, he's called Mahler, and he kind of uses them. Like he did this like 6-hour video where he kind of deeply analyzes it, and like that's probably my favorite series explaining why it's bad, because he talks about like he uses the context of people not liking The Last Jedi to like maybe explain what certain things might be bad in a movie, like how to make good movies, you know?
Oh,
And like I
yeah.
appreciate that because it's like a learning experience. But like
Is
other
this-
people are just like Last Jedi is bad, Last Jedi is bad. Like yeah, I hate it probably more than you do, but like at the same time, can't we
Get
find
over
a
it.
new horse to beat?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
this
Like
Same
I'd like
guy?
to. There's like I don't know. I hear Harry Potter and the Cursed Child's pretty bad. I am like really stuck.
Okay, I
Is
got
is this the same guy who also did a video on what's the movie? On Incredibles 2?
I don't think so.
I hate so you know what I hate? I more than I hate people ragging on shit, I hate when people have to do that fucking knee jerk X movie is so overrated. Like after Infinity War, like after like the initial
Well, no,
week of
he was one of the guys who did like this hour-long video about why Infinity War is amazing.
oh,
like-
why it was amazing. No, I'm saying I hate those
Where
videos.
are
Oh,
Yee.
Oh, I see you.
more than I hate why X is the worst thing ever. I hate the videos of people are like so and so is so or the biggest thing everyone's really into is so fucking overrated and here's why you're stupid for liking it. I always hate those because they're always the same fucking people who are like immediately dick sucking the first good fucking Marvel movie. Like they have to be the ones that seem like they're on the fucking cutting edge of being like the
Watch.
smart, the best.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I was just worried you
Oh,
were
I,
gonna fall.
I saw. Here, hold on. Boat.
Yeah.
I'm in
Like-
a boat. I'm in a
Like
boat.
I'm subscribed to this one guy on YouTube. This other guy who's like everything he does has kind of like the sarcastic edge to it. And like on the first day Super Mario Odyssey was released, he's like, within a week there's gonna be a video explaining why Super Mario Odyssey is a terrible game. And guess what happened?
Yep.
There's like this game critic released this 2 hour long video about why Super Mario Odyssey is a terrible game. And one of the things I find it fascinating about this particular video is how this guy is able to use like he uses these words within the first few minutes. Like he's obviously trying to make it sound like he's a smart guy, but if you understand what he's actually saying, it's clear he's basically an idiot. Because he's like, well, I'm a fan of the Mario series, but I wouldn't call myself a fanboy. And he's like trying really hard to make himself sound like an intellectual, right? And so the thing is like if you don't, the word fan is shorthand for fanatic. That means you have a fanatical devotion to some certain property. And like if you really wanted to make yourself sound smart, you'd kind of learn what the word like actually means. Obviously, there's another interesting discussion to be had about how language changes, like
yeah.
the meanings of certain words. But if this guy was clearly the intellectual he's trying to make himself out to be, he'd know the distinction. But he's not, and he just ends up sounding like an idiot.
I see, and you know what's funny? You and I were talking about Maddox, and the whole thing about the biggest problem in the universe and the Dick Show. He actually has a video of why Ocarina of Time is the most overrated Zelda game. He also
Maddox or Dick?
Maddox.
Oh, okay.
But Maddox is
I'm
this.
gonna be the first to say this. Ocarina is my favorite Zelda game.
Ocarina of Time is
Like,
my favorite Zelda game. I will tell you right now.
I'm bland. Maybe I'm bland, but it's the one like when I played it, I was actually kind of like younger. I was like 13, 12.
Actually,
it blew my freaking mind.
I would argue actually, sorry. Actually, I think Majora's Mask is my favorite. I love Majora's Mask so much.
Oh, I got the 3D remake finally for Christmas, and I'm so excited to play it. Like I need to finish Metal Gear and Fire Emblem 5, but then it's Majora's Mask forever.
So
Okay, wait.
So Majora's the reason why I like Majora's Mask so much is because it's allegories to death and stuff like that, and the whole coming to terms
to
with
the
death.
5 stages of loss. Yeah.
Yes.
5.
Yep.
I love that too. Like I know about it, and there's just so much stuff I'm excited to like play around with.
Like it explores most things that Zelda doesn't do, which is usually
I
Zelda.
feel like that's kind of like the perfect game, like that we're talking about how things don't like everybody underestimates kids, but like that's it's kind of a game that proves kids can like handle heavy stuff, you know?
Quite
Like,
heavy stuff.
You know, Link is a kid, but he's going through this stuff, and I feel like most kids would kind of understand that Link's having a hard time, like throughout this game, and like they would kind of like the creepy stuff.
It's also the fact that they like don't, and this is my favorite part about Majora's Mask, is that they're willing to go past just the wisdom and courage beats evil.
Yeah, well,
like that. That trope is
wisdom
a little
and courage
overplayed.
beats strength, pure strength. I feel it because the Ganon has the Triforce of Power.
Sometimes in the Zelda games, in some of the worst ones, they just drop the whole courage facade and they're just like, nope, good beats evil and wisdom is good.
Skyward Sword. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a terrible cough you got there.
Yeah, that was a bad cough.
Yeah.
Bad cough.
But anyway,
No,
you were
yeah.
talking about how like Maddox made this video about why Ocarina of Time is overrated.
Yeah. So he made a video about it, why Ocarina of Time is overrated, and you can tell immediately he has no fucking clue where to. you could tell immediately as he starts recording it and he starts doing these like the smarmy going like yeah kind of like mentality. You can immediately tell he literally thinks he's tearing down the walls of Jericho. You could see it, you could hear it, like you could he literally
Watch.
thinks. Oh, sorry, Bear.
Stay away from the baby. Yeah, they'll
Bear.
if you like get. But I think one of the things that's cool is like they have like this AI that's like if you get between them and the baby, they will automatically go hostile.
Neat.
That's okay. That's a really good thing to bring in. Like it's AI like that makes Minecraft feel really good.
Yeah, like one of my favorite things is like the first time I saw two skeletons fighting, like because one was shooting at me and it hit the other one, and immediately they drop, they like forget about me and they just go after each other.
They're like, you motherfucker, I thought you were my friend. I invited you to my fucking wedding, Jerry.
No, Ken. You have to go Aussie with it. It's like, oi, did you just shoot me? Yeah, I just shot you. You were in the way. I wasn't in the way. You were in the way. Meanwhile, you're just like, you guys do you.
By the way, so can you tell me what Noodle's voice is? I don't know if you noticed it. I was playing a specific actor, but
the Crocodile Man? No, not that.
no,
An
but
actor.
close.
Do you know his
I'll
his
give you a
son
hint.
is doing is like trying to revive the show?
Prepared message.
Give me a hint.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Okay.
I mean, ew, dude, really? You're looking at me. I can't do it while you're looking at me. Come on. Stop looking. It's hard to do with you looking.
Oh man, I was actually trying to get in your bed before you did. This kind of reminds me of the South Park episode where their two dads are like, "Hey, do you like? Why don't we try masturbating together?" Then one of them gets like really like, "I thought we were friends," and he gets really like offended and like nothing can ever come between us, and he just like starts speaking in a much softer voice, and I forget what Stan's dad's name is. Randy's
Randy.
like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, dude, you've been acting like really like. You said that this would come between us for the past like 50 minutes. You've been acting like really freaking gay. It's just like the dumbest thing ever. You know?
The hell? I didn't put this down. I'm literally uncovering.
I did. Oh, this is mine.
Oh, okay.
This is mine. This is where I made my bed. It's just like it was just one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen. I think that's kind of one of the strengths. Like during certain parts of South Park, things will just never go where you think they're gonna go.
The South Park has always been good about the
Left fields.
Yeah, while we were on the subject of The Last Jedi, what I think before I get back into this, the thing about subverting expectations. South Park is the best at subverting expectations when it comes to like story and stuff like that, and just the weirdness.
Like God.
Yeah. So you know what? Another thing I was thinking about. So specifically subverting expectations. Okay, so I've never made it secret that I fucking love the Marvel movies. I love them. They will be those things that I'm like, oh man, like, yeah, I went hysterical like everybody else. They're a guilty pleasure. Like, just like slasher movies were for me. Because, like, think about it. I think comic book movies have a lot in common with slasher movies in terms of the audience, the genre, and I dare say it, how people look back at the genre from years from now. because I bet you dollars to fucking donuts when like our grandkids are fucking looking back at these movies like we're looking back at movies from the 60s, 70s, and even like the 80s and stuff like that. People went fucking nuts for slasher movies. Like, you gotta understand, slasher movies like sold like super blockbuster summer numbers for like years. Like some of the
And like cowboy movies too.
yeah. So I really think like the comic book movie is going to go like that. I think there's going to come a point where like everyone's looking back going, "Oh, you mean your movie about the people in spandex who fought aliens all the time?" Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
those movies were great. But
okay.
but no, but
Keep going.
what I'm saying is like I I I think it's fantastic that like people are going to have a revisionist history. Like people are going to look back at a year of movies. So all the most memorable movies um are memorable because like people make them memorable, not because they sold a lot of tickets or they made a lot of money. Because let's put it this way, um, look at a movie like John Wick.
Hmm.
There's dozens of action movies like it, but I think John Wick's probably going to be remembered
But
like
John Wick is remembered. I think a big part of why John Wick is remembered so fondly is like the internet culture. Like people are like, okay, I have a problem. What do I do? And people are just like, well, you go John Wick on that problem. You
Mhm.
just John Wick it up. And like John Wick's kind of become a shorthand because of the internet culture for just like a total badass.
there's literally a subculture in Escape from Tarkov for like people who just want to do like pistol runs.
Mhm.
It's called John Wicking it because the way you pick up gear is by killing other people or finding it. So you literally can only get a new gun unless you kill another player.
Action movie is not remembered fondly enough.
What's that?
Hardcore Henry. I love Hardcore
That
Henry.
movie is great.
Maybe we need to make that for one of the movie nights because I do want to watch it. I want to catch up on like what you think is good, but at the same time, I don't want to just watch it myself.
You know what? Action movies and horror movies are so fun to watch in groups,
You know what
especially.
else would be watched?
What's
Ken,
that?
you've never seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, have you?
No, that is another one we should do.
We need to get to
Okay,
watch that with you. But keep in mind, I'm like a JoJo's like fan. I'm a full fanatic.
Dude,
about it. Like,
okay, you know
even
what?
the parts that people really dislike about it, like a lot of people don't like part one. I think part one is great. It obviously like I have other parts I like better, but like I like all of JoJo's equally because I feel like it's kind of perfect for me personally because I love cheesy action. Like I just love cheesy actiony goodness.
Then
Like
you
I just love
you
it when
need to
like,
really watch Kamen Rider.
oh,
Any
Yeah.
Kamen
I'd like
Rider.
to say two things about that, Gus.
Mhm.
Number one, has there ever been a moment? Okay, number one, like part one and part two must have been like favorites for you. Well, especially part two because it was
Well, I
just
like them all for different reasons, if that makes
Well,
sense.
I mean, like part two had the main JoJo saying, "And your next line is, how does he get out of the trap?" And the bad guy's like, "How do I? But how did he get out of the trap?"
Oh yeah, I totally.
What?
I feel like Joseph Joestar is like the culmination of the like show's kind of heart and soul of how cheesy it can be. But like I like all of the JoJos for different reasons. Like I like Jonathan
Oh.
Joestar, but I also like Joseph Joestar, and I like.
But the
Jotaro.
second thing I wanted to say was, what if you what if he actually was about to like punch somebody out of existence and he punched him and then he said, "Your next line is Wah!" And the guy was like dying and then he was just he said Wah! As he became a corpse on the ground.
Mhm.
And then he said, "What?" While he was dead.
Yeah. And I feel like there are a lot of parts about JoJo that like kind of like JoJo kind of has like this philosophy to it, and I feel like there are a lot of parts about it that kind of he like understands how to perform that philosophy really well.
You know what
Like
else
how
I need to watch?
make it stick. What?
Is Goblin Slayer. And you
Oh,
and
I've
a
seen-
bunch of people have fucking talked the shit out of it. Now I want to see it.
Yeah,
I-
like I said, there's some there are like it's certainly not a perfect show, but I do enjoy it a lot because like of how like D&D inspired it is, and like D&D is like become a big part of my like life. Thinking about it, like there's a certain part where they're talking about how the gods created the world, and little spoilers, but I think this might help sell it a little more. And they mentioned the gods created the world by throwing a 20-sided dice.
Okay.
So it's literally a D&D game.
Oh yeah, totally.
See, now that just makes, well, of course, what I know about, like, at least what I know about the first episode, I could
I'm
totally
going to kill
tell
a
you.
chicken with eggs.
I could see a fucking D&D nerd
Okay,
coming up with shit like that.
I'm telling you, eggs don't do any damage.
Holy shit.
What?
Okay, so the
Where?
first episode of Goblin Slayer.
Uh-huh.
So that group that gets torn apart, that's totally a group of players on their first game, and the DM just totally fucking dickbags them right away.
Yeah. And like
Especially what he has done to one of them.
yeah, like man, this DM must be like one of the biggest douchebag DMs ever.
Dude, he is literally that DM. Like,
Yeah.
I have you ever gone to the, oh yeah, you said you've never gone to 4chan, have you?
Like I don't like participate, if that makes sense.
Oh, you're a lurker. Okay.
More of a lurker. Like I haven't lurked recently, but I do like reading about like I'll
30,
definitely my
15.
favorite section is like 1D4chan.
I was gonna say,
Yes.
I always love going to the weird fringe boards. Like, I love going to Toy or Co or
Uh,
yeah, Toy or Co.
uh-huh.
Kyle, quit creepily whispering numbers. It's weird.
10 dead chickens.
This is oh,
12.
this is all kinds of levels of creepier now. Dude, you were
13.
whispering. I was trying to talk, and I'm like, this is really hard.
14.
This is hard to.
15.
So anyway,
But
like,
I was sorry.
You mentioned 4chan.
15 dead
Yeah,
chickens.
I was referencing 4chan because have you ever gone to TG, which is traditional gaming?
No.
They will regularly have a thread of either that guy or that DM, and that is totally a fucking that DM move at the beginning of Goblin Slayer.
Oh yeah, totally.
Fucking A. Like, I could totally see a shitty DM who's just like one of the girls in the group, and he's just like, and then the fucking goblin takes her roughly from behind. Like, to be a dick. Like that fucking
Yeah.
snotty nosed fucking fat fuck who would do something shitty like that.
And when I say oof, I mean it. Like, this hurts to listen to.
Yeah,
No, I know, like, that's one of the things, like, I think you'd like it, but based on personal experiences, I don't think Kyle would like it, because, like, I know about the Dolphins.
I don't know about the Dolphins.
Kyle,
That's
do you want
good.
to tell him about the Dolphins?
Don't.
I only because he's streaming, I say no.
Are you streaming
Because-
right now?
I've been streaming this whole time, so this whole hilarity that's been going on has been recorded.
Yeah, you do not want to talk about the
Oh yeah, you'll
about the
get
dolphin
removed
on
from
stream.
YouTube if you talk about the Dolphins stream. Trust me.
Yeah.
I know how bad the Dolphins were.
Let's go. Is that Goblin Slayer? Because that sounds rough.
No, and the Dolphins, like, this
This
is a
was-
personal experience of Kyle's, and let's just say the Dolphins would get you talking, him explaining why dolphins and, sexual stuff in D&D makes him uncomfortable, like, would get
Oh,
you
and
banned from YouTube.
Anyway, yeah. So,
Based
one
on what the Dolphins did.
one of the regular
Yeah.
one of the regular running themes is a shitty DM will default to stuff like rape or sexual
Oh,
assault
yeah,
and
totally.
stuff. Like one of them was talking about one of the threads I had read. One that's actually stuck with me for a long time because I always bring this as like this is literally the golden idea of like the shittiest DM.
Mhm.
So what
That
happens
sentence
is
was weird. The golden idea.
The gold standard of how
thank you,
terrible
thank
a
you,
DM
thank
can
you,
be.
thank you. Kyle, I'm dumb, okay? I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry I
No, I'm
can't
not
turn a
saying-
phrase
Maybe-
like you.
I'm not saying you're dumb. I'm just saying that like that
No,
was a
I am.
sentence.
I am dumb. I'm not. I'm never gonna pretend I'm anything other than dumb. Like this.
Where'd you go?
Oh, what?
Can't
You know,
see anything.
you were literally
Sorry
right
to
behind me.
interrupt. Go ahead.
I hate these.
Um,
Okay, so go ahead.
Did you find me?
No, I can't. Oh, I see you. Okay, go ahead with your story.
Okay, I'm gonna wait. Okay, there you are. So the thread goes like this. The guy starts talking about how this kind of like weird DM who was like creeping out some of the girls in the group brings in one of his friends and his girlfriend. So his friend is, and they're playing standard. No, they're playing like 3.5 or something. So anyway, the guy's playing a paladin. So they find a witch, like a chaotic witch, and the guy basically the DM lets him rape her, like to interrogate her and stuff like that. And he keeps keeping the lawful good, even though he's doing all these like really shitty things. And like eventually like the group just like all kind of like walks away from the table because this guy just became like such a fucking sleazeball. But that is literally like the classification of a shitty shitty DM is doing stuff like that. Like
That
Yeah.
guy.
yeah, so when I DM, I only want fun. Like I'm not going to lie. I'm going to treat you guys like the movie I've always wanted to watch. So I will give you guys adversity that I think would push you in a way that would be entertaining to
No,
like.
I get that too. Like for like this upcoming one, like some of the difficulty I've planned is kind of part of like the idea is I don't want things to be easy. I want it to kind of be, I don't know, maybe Dark Souls-esque, but
And that's fine. That's if you're going
like if
for.
you but
that's
I
what
am
you-
gonna try like beforehand I'm gonna kind of like preface it with everybody like this is going to be hard. It's going to be like it's definitely horror themed, if not full on horror. And if that like I'm gonna be doing some psychological horror stuff, and I want to make it clear if that makes you uncomfortable, then I understand if you don't want to play.
I love horror. I'm totally in.
Yeah, I know you do.
Because I kind of came up with watch out, there's a little gap right there. I kind of came up with some more additions to my character just to kind of feel with the horror stuff, and I kind of wanted to get your idea on it. But I do think it would be kind of a neat idea to keep kind of our characters separate from each other.
Yeah,
up until
I do
like
too.
we.
Because like I said, the point is you kind of need money, and like I want you to be from different backgrounds. You know, I kind of want it to
Gus,
be part of
spoiler.
the, what? What?
Because I don't know the character yet.
Well, no, not he. He needs money. Everybody is in a place of desperation in their life when they come into this campaign. The only reason they're accepting the mission is because, like, that desperation is a key to all your backstories. Like, I'm gonna tell you, you need to be like the idea is desperate people, and one of the ideas is you kind of have to. Your characters have to grow as people in order to kill the villain.
So, you want good news or good news?
Good news.
So, the good news is we're pretty much done with the map. There's literally like a little small spot.
Woo!
Woo! Oh wow, that was probably hard for the viewer to watch. Anyway,
Wooey
so
boy?
yeah, I just did the crazy mouse thing.
uh.
The downside
Into a
is
baked potato. Yeah.
yeah. The other great thing is the spot is close to where we need to go to go home, which is in roughly
Okay.
this direction.
All right, let's
So,
go, boy.
And it's near
Let's
water.
go loop the maps on the wall.
Yep. And then we'll go throw the maps up that we have thrown together. I have a couple started on the edges just to kind of like give you an example where we can go.
I am getting some serious like player lag. Like you'll just jump in the air, be frozen there for like
Just
15
like
seconds, and then you'll just poof!
Oh, that's weird.
So he'd be frozen in the air like one of those at the end of the 90s TV show?
Oh my god. Hold on.
That
Hold
was
on.
the best
Hold on. Hold
Gumball
on.
Episode.
Just as I jump in there, living together one day at a time, just
Did you
trying
see the
to
Gumball
learn
episode
a
that's trying to
little bit.
parody 80s sports movie? Ken?
No, I've actually I've never watched
It
Gumball.
is the. You need
It's
to
good.
watch it. We need to give it. I need you to see this because like it's supposed to be like a parody of like all these 80s like sports movies, and the main characters just aren't having it.
It's one of those shows like I want to watch. I've just never gotten around to watching it.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best modern cartoons, if not the best. Like other ones have like good story, but Gumball, it's just like so consistent with how funny it is.
That's the one about it's the two cats, right?
It's a cat, and the other one's technically a fish.
Okay.
You can call them cats if you want.
So
No one's stopping you.
I've seen the weirdest fucking video. So during the code, like I said, I like to go to Co every once in a while. So someone put a spoiler tag. It was in it was in an animation thread. Actually, I think it was a regular show. It might have been a regular show thread.
I love that one too.
I can't remember, but someone was talking about Gumball, and like as those threads eventually get to, they eventually start talking. Ah, fuck! Fire! 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 Fire!
Yeah, that is the eventuality of every conversation.
Ah, fire!
How damaged are you?
Oh, I got 2 hearts.
Okay. I have a whole stack of potatoes.
Hold on, I have a bunch of meat. I just ate a bunch of meat. So,
Okay.
okay. I almost died and took like 5 maps with me.
Okay.
Were you about to nick?
I was no, I was yeah. Oh yeah, I was about to nick. Sorry, I thought you. I forgot who we were talking about.
So anyway, go on with your story.
So as no, I just want to address my dumbass just walked into lava without ever fucking looking. Oh, shit, we gotta go this way. I don't know why I'm going that direction. So as those threads eventually do, they eventually get to the point where they start just posting porn of the said show.
No, you mean the one where she
the mother's using the thing, and then all of a sudden it goes to the other screen where like the in-universe kids are like scarred.
I know what you're talking about.
But
I
then
know that one.
and then the animated characters are like, no, I think it's cool. It's so meta. It's something that would happen. And then the original Gumball characters are like, who are you people and why are you in my house?
Yeah, I saw that one. Kyle, here.
Oh my god damn it.
There's literally 2 of them.
I'm streaming Minecraft, you idiot. Patron, read that.
There are 8-year-olds watching.
Uh-oh. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. I also said fuck already. She was using well, actually the one I saw was she was... Well, no, it is she's fucking herself. Yeah. It's like the adult version of her who was using a dildo then sees the cartoon version of her. They start fucking each other. And then it's the adult version of the kids, or the ones that are supposed to be from the adult movie, are looking on in horror. And then it's this weird meta version of the cats, but they're like dressed up as like film snobs, doing this whole like, oh, it's so meta to have like a show that's like about like this meta show already to have porn, and then have the characters back talking about it, and then it's the original Gumball going, who are you and why are you in my house?
Yeah, it is amazing. Find it, Kyle. It's pretty great.
It is so oh, bedtime.
Yeah.
Bedtime.
I almost died in a fire today. What did you guys do?
I watched
I almost
die in a
died.
fire.
I almost died on the internet.
Grant.
And it's up there again. You can literally say she literally fucking herself.
We have the dumbest conversations. These are going to be on the internet for us to always remember. It's so stupid.
To treasure.
Treasure. And you know what? And the great part is, I've already flagged this as an adult content. That's.
I think you can curse as long as you
adult content Minecraft.
And you can technically talk about that sort of thing as long as you don't like.
I mean, we're not showing the clip of the porn mom giving it to herself with the dildo, so I mean, it's not like it's a huge deal.
Where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
I'm right
not
next to you.
Not that big of a deal.
I mean, I'm gonna go into my room and research that clip a little bit more so we can talk about
I think he makes more of them. He has like other ones. They may just be pictures,
it.
but
So okay. What is the weirdest thing to have porn? Like, I mean, like, guy. Okay,
Uh,
let's as men, as humans, just admit at one point we might have looked at porn of something. Gotta say it.
I'm
I would
trying to think of one.
Now, this is not porn that I've looked at, but I mean, like,
Obese Sonic.
I think Sonic. I think just the Sonic group in general is weird, especially like Chris Chan.
Yeah, but
okay.
like, Chris Chan's pretty weird.
He's also become more sad than weird now.
Well, Chris Chan is now Christina Chan.
I did not know that.
Let's not talk about this awkward scenario.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad a little bit too because
this isn't something.
Because I feel like he has issues and he needs help.
He
you
does.
know?
That's the thing about it is he really
that's
needs.
The thing, like when you go into these rabbit holes, that's what I always end up feeling like. These are just kind of pathetic people who need help. Is the boat moving?
No, it's not. Sorry.
Okay. They're just kind of pathetic people who really need help. Like, Kyle, you watch into the rabbit hole, right?
Yeah, I knew that you were talking about the same show the moment you said rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Also, that's not one of the subjects that we're talking about in the original.
But you saw his most recent video about Temple OS.
Oh yeah.
That was like after I watched that, I kind of got depressed because this is somebody who really, really needed some help. Really needed to get like serious mental help. And the internet just kind of took advantage of him, and he killed himself. He was homeless, then he killed himself, and it's kind of the internet's fault because it encouraged it.
See, I don't know this story at all.
So basically, there was this guy who did this thing, who created his own like operating system. We'll send you the Into the Rabbit Hole video about it.
So I've heard of that, dude. I need to watch those videos.
Yeah, it's not something you want to watch right before talking about something pornographic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of depressing because this guy, he's like, they mentally derange him so much that he thinks he's married because they created a whole fake person for him.
What?
Same thing with.
Well, technically, she was a real person, but they created like a whole fake person who talked with him and stuff.
So they fucking catfished him.
They catfished him, not hard, like the hardest I've ever seen.
Dude, that's so fucking heartbreaking. I don't even want to watch that now.
And he's kind of like, you know.
I'm sorry.
It's an interesting story, and it's clear like this guy, like I don't think he had the best upbringing because, like, he was clinically diagnosed with what's it called, like schizophrenia.
Aggressive driving.
No, schizophrenia. He was actually diagnosed with schizophrenia, and it's clear he didn't really have the best upbringing because he says a lot of like, he like as time went on, he started using the N-word every other word basically.
Jesus.
But at the same time, he was just so massively borked in the head.
Dude, that's
sad. So massively borked in the head, you kind of feel bad.
See, I actually feel bad about hearing stories like that. I don't want to hear shit like that. That sounds so depressing.
Yeah, like I understand if you don't want to watch it. It's just, it's a little bit. It's just kind of disturbing, and I think it's proof of how bad the internet can get. This guy also, like, Into the Rabbit Hole also did a bunch of great videos. Like, he did a good video on Chris Chan. He, like, that was his first video, actually. He did a video on this one massively, like, like those Kickstarters where the people never get their money?
Yeah.
Their game?
Yeah.
He did one on that.
See, I've heard of his videos. I've always wanted to kind of, like, go through and check it out, because,
they're depressing?
Not all of them are depressing. Like, I think the one on Raj Neechparam is like hilarious.
Do you know who Nightmind is?
I just want to say, like, Down the Rabbit Hole's videos not the best if you want to like keep like a solid mind and like not hate yourself or other people, but amazing watches nonetheless.
Yeah, he has good editing, and his voice is just like, man, it is great. He has like, and he's very like, in all the stuff he does, he's incredibly like neutral. He's not biased in any way, I don't think.
He does not ever say what an idiot. He just says what happened and what likely caused it.
Did
Yeah,
you
he is very.
Sorry, I was gonna say, did you guys ever have you ever listened to Mr. Medeker?
Mr. Medeker, yeah.
Medeker, sorry, yeah. What's happened with him?
He was
Like,
doxxed for a little while back.
I was gonna say, like, he seemed to have like a little bit of a public freak out there.
I don't know. I actually kind of followed that drama. I wasn't too close to it, but
Oop.
he was doxxed. Do you know who Sargon was?
Yeah, Sargon of Sargon. He's actually, I know about him because of the Dick Show.
Yeah. So basically, it seems like
he's actually getting into a beef with
kinda-
Dick now too, because
oh yeah, because because I don't know, he took credit for like getting this other guy banned from the internet, from like YouTube and Twitter.
Oh no, I was talking about Sargon. Said the
What did
N
he do
word.
to-
He said the N word.
No,
he's-
I know, like I know the one where he's like white.
Yeah, you're acting like a bunch of white N words, and you're acting just like how you described them, or some.
Yeah, Sargon's become like a self-parody at this point.
Dude, he got into like a Twitter war with Dick, where
and he's also like in a war like with
he's asking
with
people
Medicare as well. He started a bunch of beef with like Medicare and Dick and
like
a bunch of Dick's friends.
Medicare's always been a friend with Dick ever since the beginning, especially since all that stuff with Maddox went down. But no, what he was saying on Twitter, I'm probably gonna like poorly paraphrase it, but it was essentially like he's asking for a bunch of people just to fucking quit Patreon, and Dick straight up goes, "Hey, look, man,
it's not like fair."
Yeah, it's like look, like we get the, we earn this money, like
we get like your the Patreon kind of screws
Yeah.
you over, but it's not fair to expect a bunch of other people to sacrifice their livelihoods.
Not only that, but Dick even said, like, look, so Dick's whole shtick is that he's this like hyper right wing, super masculine, like hetero guy, but like he's actually a pretty open minded guy, and a lot of what he does is like purely comedy, like for comedy's sake. But like even he like straight up points up, it's just like you guys are like fucking burning the goddamn field for no reason. Like you.
Oh yeah.
You guys, you said something that was wrong. Like, look, so he got sued, and a bunch of people got screwed over because of it. And he could have pushed into it. He could have been this like massive asshole, made fun of the guy constantly, but everyone around him would have gotten in way more trouble and have gotten hurt way more than he would have. Like straight up, he personally did not want to be held responsible for, because like, so one of the dudes that Maddox went after, he lost his fucking job because Maddox went to him pretending to be a reporter, some chick named Heather S, and then pretended to be a reporter, asked about all this shit that this guy, like you were employed or,
Oh cool, we're home.
Yeah,
You're home?
we're home, we're here,
We're at the dock at least.
okay.
Where'd you go? You were like so far away. That's how hard I'm like.
Oh, see, yeah, it just looked like you. That sucks.
But
and
anyway,
so anyway, yeah, he
I've
got.
been adding details to this house.
Actually, yeah, we should throw. Oh,
whoa!
Enderman, he just came out of nowhere.
Night and thunderstorms.
Ah!
Is he going after you?
No, I fell off the road because I was turning around to look at the Enderman.
Okay. Can you get back on? Okay.
Yeah.
I think we may need to plop beds down there.
I was gonna say, dude, my house is right there. I could see it. fine.
But can you smell your house?
I can smell those gingerbreads that I have eternally making. Dude, if I was a wizard, my house would just constantly be making gingerbread cookies. Soft, chewy, delicious gingerbread cookies.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
stop
buy it.
talking. You're making me want to go get dinner.
Yeah, but anyway, I don't know. I
we
think it's
chill,
all
yeah,
kind like one of the things I like to follow is I kind of like enjoy seeing people have stupid fights on the internet. You know?
You like watching children fight?
Yeah, basically.
You like watching
By the
grown
way,
children fight?
shut the doors behind you if you didn't, please.
I am.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
and by the way, take a look at what I've been doing with the reflecting pool, because I've been doing a lot of small touches with the reflecting pool and the tree farm.
Neat.
This
Where
looks
is it?
nice.
Which way?
This is the
Your tree
reflecting
farm.
pool.
Ooh, I like this, by the way, Kyle. Oh, man, dude,
Oh, yeah,
this
and
is
it-
nice.
Yeah, and look out
We
there.
should
This looks all
replace this with
fancy and shit.
soul sand, and we can have like a hot tub.
Ooh.
Okay. Tree.
Dude,
I'm
Uh,
sorry,
go
I
to
just want to make everything a hot tub.
I'm sorry,
At le-
dude, Kyle, you did a really good job. This looks really nice.
At least you can go look at.
We're gonna
the-
go to the mat wall, right?
Well,
Where are we going?
Stop for a second and go look at the tree farm entrance.
Oh, dude, I love this design, by the way. Oh my god, dude, this tunnel looks so much cooler now. I love how you got
Now
the...
I can actually think of
So what about this tree farm? What have I been looking at?
instead of
Like the pathway to it. I've been
Oh,
upgrading it.
yeah, that looks
And I
so
wanted
fucking
to
nice, by the
ask
way.
your question quick. Did you want this area to be able to be seen through?
You know what? If you think it looks better, go ahead. Oh, I like how you finished the roof.
Oh,
Oh, wow, Kyle, you did a really good job. It looks really nice.
Like, okay, I'm glad that like you guys are adventurers, but you're also okay with me not being on the adventure because I love this. I love doing this.
Kyle, this is really fucking good looking, dude. Legit.
Oh yeah, so I will get on a horse and I will go with you to the lighthouse just so that
Ooh, what have
If
are
you
there
done
enough
for
horse-
horses for all of us?
Are there?
There's a donkey. 1, 2. Where'd the other one go? There was like a spotted one.
We might have left the donkey.
the spotted one is actually over by the lighthouse.
Oh, okay.
I saw it, but I
Oh,
couldn't
donkey.
take it back with me.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
ride the donkey? Okay.
Can you?
Or
Oh, can you double ride the donkey?
no.
That is not a euphemism.
Ah, there we go.
All right, I guess it's
Yeah.
down to the diamond horse for me. I was holding off on it.
Oh, damn.
Butt Stallion. Somebody named
Yeah.
this yet? It needs to be named Butt Stallion.
We should. Whoa!
By the way, ow.
I am like glitching out.
I love this little foyer thing. You did a really good job on that too, Kyle. Kyle,
yeah, so
you
I got
making
the
shit all...
glowstone.
You making all this shit look fancy and nice.
Oh yeah,
Riding. Keep these doggies riding.
I do want to do some modification towards like this path here, but I'll burn this bridge when I get here.
Kyle, man, you do whatever you want to. You're doing a fantastic job so far. We were thinking about... Oh, I'm sorry. I turned around like I was going to talk to you.
Were you drifting on your horse?
Yeah, a little bit. So we were thinking about maybe inviting people to build like their own little villages out here, like finding some people who play Minecraft that we know to come over here and kind of build on their own little...
I got 3 words for you. I mean, wait.
It's worth noting I only bought
Ah,
a thing that
I got
can
3
support
words
10
for
people.
you.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I'm
Well, like
okay with
like-
I
that
want them
4.
also. I
like
want
you
them to
said,
create-
Joe and
I like
Nick.
Joe and Carlos to join.
Yeah, Joe and
because
Carlos.
Like, I want them to make their own towns and make their own little narratives for what happened in the town as well. And if our narratives don't overlap cleanly, that's what we can talk about. Like, oh yeah, this town believes that they killed a dragon.
By the way, there's a pen right there if you didn't know.
Oh yeah, that's where the spotted one is.
Oh, yeah, it is where the spotted one is. Look at that.
How did one of you leave it there? How is that possible?
What do you mean? I walked back.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know. I just kind of left it there one day. Where are you guys?
Oh. We're dropping our horses. It was just so jarring to just see you like that.
Yeah, I dropped my horse off. Oh yeah, so I made a good amount of arrows. If anybody is using bows and like using them.
I do like using bows. I fancy a bow.
Alright, I'm glad you're filling in that bridge.
It's not supposed to be a bridge. It's just
Right.
Okay, now yeah. Oh, damn it.
The only reason I was able to make that jump is because I actually failed that jump prior.
Okay. By the way, I do love how it's looking over here. I do want to work on this lighthouse a little bit more. I think about digging down and making a basement, or maybe even like
I
a
think
bottom
that'd
level.
be cool. Like a basement,
Oh, yeah,
and we could
basement
like
for
have
sure.
a vlog of our adventures.
So.
I would actually suggest not putting soul sand in the
Yeah, the
pool.
reflection pool. That'd ruin the serenity.
Yeah,
Maybe we
because
should
there'd
do-
be the sound going off.
Ooh, maybe we do something in the basement of this. Kyle, I give you the basement.
By the way, I have a creative idea for this right now.
So, I actually am
Just
going
block
to...
off the map entirely.
Hold on. Let me grab something. Let me
No.
do something.
Yeah, I'm joking. I'm not gonna block
No.
off the map.
No.
Okay. Hold on.
Like, on one hand, the best part of Minecraft is that you get to be idiots with each other. But on the other hand, you really don't want that one idiot.
You never want...
Like the griever.
The griefer.
It's the balance between finding an idiot and finding, like, trying not to find a griever.
Oh, shit. Okay, so I got oak planks.
Like,
this,
somebody,
this.
Like, if somebody set this thing on fire and just go, pfft.
Okay, hold on.
I'm telling, like, if you, I have the privileges, I'm just saying. I'm just saying I could turn off fire.
Honestly,
just saying.
I really like the idea that we have to deal with fire as a mechanism.
I
Okay.
know, it'd just be kind of devastating if my whole dock were
So,
down.
this goes
Shogus,
in
there's something you
here.
have to fix. You
What?
have to fix this. You're wearing 2 sets of armor. Take
What?
off one of them.
Okay. Skin kiss me.
Like, you're wearing 2 sets of... Okay, that's better. Because I'm just looking at you and I'm like,
Now
are you
I'm
like
only
a...
wearing 2 sets of armor.
I mean, like... Ugh. Like, at least, like, don't wear 3 sets of armor. It makes you... On one hand,
What are
it,
you
like...
doing?
Expanding the map. What does it look like I'm doing?
Oh, that's what he's doing.
Okay.
When I was putting the dirt up earlier, I was actually, just being a trickster.
You know who the Black Knight is, right?
Yeah. He killed Spider-Man's uncle.
God damn it, Kyle. Ah! Dang it. I did a stupid.
That sounds like a me, but whenever I breathe.
Oh, that's
Holy
not nice.
crap, how much is this map gonna be? Okay,
Remember
no,
to leave
Oh,
room
Shit,
on
yeah,
sides.
that's
for
right. That's right.
coordinates.
so this
But
is
not-
actually gonna,
They can technically go down as far as that side. We just up.
like, this is actually gonna
line
be
up.
really rad if we get more people, because then those people are going to, like, say, oh yeah, my town is at E5.
Yeah.
Okay, hold
My
on. Too big. I made it too
Hey,
big. Shit,
where'd it go?
I made it too big already.
We can't leave anymore.
You're not trapped in here with me. Oh, wait, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
It was me. I'm sorry.
God
That
damn
line
it.
was just so amazing.
Yeah, that's
That
the thing.
was-
That's the thing you say every time you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and the DM is like, you guys are boned," and it's like, no, they're boned.
Wow, wow.
Can you get the Watchmen comic like in book form, like a big book,
Yes.
or is it like impossible to find?
No, actually they reprinted a lot because it's a really well liked book.
Okay, because I kind of want to get it.
Can
I'll tell you.
Shokus, can you go stand in the bottom, in the center where the torches are?
In the center where the
Yeah.
okay.
I want to mark something on this floor, and also don't crouch so I can actually see where you are.
Can I jump up and down?
Okay. Yeah, okay, I think we're done.
Okay.
Because
I'm gonna set everything on files out. No, I'm kidding. I'd never
so
do that. I'm not
something like this. I wanted to do something like this.
a pot.
I don't feel like this is center yet.
No,
Like,
this
I wanna
this
do
is
something-
this is center right here.
Should we go to bed?
No, I mean
I guess
So-
we don't need to.
we're all
Monsters
here.
might creepers might just spawn.
I have
Mr.
2
Blow
beds.
might not.
Here, hold on. Blink and blink.
But do you
boy.
have 3 beds?
I do. We do. Wake up.
Okay. Okay, Gus.
God damn it, Gus.
Oh,
Gus, you're a constant disappointment to me and your mother. We're gonna have to talk about this. So,
man.
oh man. So I don't have any brick, or else I'd line the outside of brick. Which I mean, we can always do that later.
yeah, we can do it later.
But
Okay.
what I need is Is
Is it drop dead time, Kyle?
Can I have a stack
yeah,
of?
it's drop dead time for me, so I'm gonna go back to the house, do some extra.
No,
modifying.
wait. I want you to see the I want you to map wall.
Can I have? Shit. Where did I go?
Wait,
with
is that
the-
leather you're wearing?
Let's start with one thing. I don't know
Okay,
why.
yeah, he's wearing leather.
Okay.
You can just hear that sound back there.
It's creepier that he's going with it too. Okay, please stop. It's a little weird now.
Okay. It wasn't
Okay.
me. I was making it with my back. I was clicking it.
Okay, so let's start this one here,
Wrong.
and then we go. Nope. Not what I meant to do. There we go.
Stop wagging your
And
tail.
then this one goes here.
Wait, is that actually just a solid line of like dirt gash, or is that a part of the map that wasn't filled in?
Part of
That's
the
a
map
part
that
of the
was
map that wasn't filled
Nope.
in. Around.
wrong way.
It's up here, I think.
Yes, I believe it should be
Wait,
Ploink.
Yes.
There we go.
are the maps back there obsolete now?
Oh,
Are the untaken maps obsolete now? Back here?
no, there's more maps I need to pick up back there. I'm in the middle of doing it.
Okay, because I kind of just
Nope.
as the like quick idea, I just wanted to like do this weird lining thing here.
Nope, wrong one.
Should I get the other maps? Yeah, let me dump my stuff.
Oh,
in
dude,
the-
okay when we get
Fuck.
I want like a group of 3 or 4 people to
Oh,
make an
wrong one.
empire. I want a group of 3 or 4 people to make an empire out in that Arctic.
I need to take this.
Yeah, like we get a bunch of other people who barely know and get them on here and we're like, okay, the other kingdom. We'll be the owners of this kingdom.
Should I take those item frames off as well and put them in the box?
Or
I'm doing it.
we'll make this kingdom.
Leave the maps that aren't taken down yet, because I still need to place those over here. But because this.
I have them. Sorry, I got them.
Oh,
I was trying to be helpful, but I failed.
it's all right. It's all right.
He was corrupted by my desire to do designs back here while you do that.
Here.
Nope, wrong
Nope.
one. There's a map that should go here, and oh, yep, there it is. So, do you have that map to the north? You see that one that's blank right there?
This?
Yes.
Okay.
Nope, wrong way.
Nope.
You go
one second.
here.
I think you got the other one. Here.
There
No.
we go.
This is
No,
wrong.
nope. That was turn. Here, hold up.
Okay.
Oh, nope.
This is like when you watch somebody playing Resident Evil,
Okay, nope, that wasn't supposed to
and
go there.
they're
That
just working on the
was-
puzzle.
Oh, there's just so much fucking. Oh, I know what we did wrong because it's supposed to go here. There you go.
Wait,
Nope.
what?
Nope, that is
What-
not
what's
right. Fuck.
No.
What secret passageway
I-
opens up when you get the
Oh,
power
I
button?
know. Yep, this one's supposed to go right here like
Where?
that. And then. Nope, I did that wrong again. Shit. Fuck. Ah, god damn it. God damn it. I don't remember where.
Kyle, I think it might be safe for you to leave. We're gonna be here.
Just.
Also, this is killing my OCD.
The beds.
Oh, I see what happened. This one's in the wrong spot.
Okay.
And that one should go. No, that one doesn't go there. Where does this one go?
Over here? I
No.
think this one is in the wrong place.
So it seems like that one should go there for some reason.
All right, I will take the
Nope.
ladders.
No, these connect. I think this one's in the wrong.
Okay, so this one is in the right spot.
Yes.
This one. Oh, I see where this one goes. Hold on.
Oh yeah, so the basics of what I was saying.
There we go.
Like, if you wanted to make this lighthouse look a little more solid,
Mhm.
And then-
is to
This one doesn't go there.
my suggestion towards
It's
making
down
the
there.
lighthouse look more solid and real is to put like a nice layer of like stone or wood at the bottom,
Nope.
so it looks like the tower has an actual foundation.
Can I try? Give me one.
You heard me, Ken?
Oh yeah, sorry. No, I was so distracted by this fucking. Yeah, here, take this one.
Just put like some foundation at the bottom so the tower looks like it's stable.
Well, yeah, that's what my plan is. So that's why I said build down. Okay, so that one goes there. This one
Does it?
should.
Wait, if you can build down, is it possible to dig up?
God damn it, Kyle. So I never got. Did I get that one? Shit. Kyle. I'm so lost. I don't know where.
Look. I got
What?
it. I got it.
Hold
Wait.
on, hold on. I'll be right
What
back. Let me
secret-
take a.
What secret passage has opened up?
I figured out how this map goes.
Okay. Awesome. Wait.
But that one doesn't fit there anymore. Boop.
Okay.
Sir
So
Diamond
that
Bucks.
was that. Oh,
I
hey.
think it fits there. Does that
Ooh.
look good?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. And then these two get moved over. This one goes
Hey there, Diamond Bud.
here, and then that one goes here, and then
What's map 79?
this one should go. Oh no. Wait. No, that's not right.
By
Where
the
does
way,
that one
guys,
go?
you are rocking it with your adventuring and your map building. That map looks awesome.
There's a shit. Why is there a map missing right here?
There's
Oh,
no map
I
in mine.
hold on. I see what happened.
What?
Because this one should go. Nope.
Because of you.
Shit.
Up
Uh,
there?
Can I have some dirt?
Sure. 1 second.
Thank you. Wait, why isn't my character not picking it up? There, come on, pick it up. It's right there. Pick up that dirt. You
Kyle,
moron.
did you take any of the maps?
I did not. I just checked my inventory.
So this one and this one.
Get back here, Diamond Bud.
Get back.
No.
Get back. Okay, so that one goes there.
Matt,
If
can you not eat the pickles? What's the point?
hold on. Let me grab this map. Get back
What's
up
the
on
point?
here. Point is the journey, my son.
There was a map down there. I know it.
There was.
Okay,
I
okay.
do have one.
There needs to be an
Nope.
anime or general show.
Oh, I know. Nope, not there. Where does this
guys,
one go?
I have a
There's a map right there. We need. Just give me the maps that you aren't holding in your hand.
So yoink, yoink, and then these two are maps that
Okay.
were already.
Okay,
Alright.
so
Did you
So there needs to
go on,
can I
Kyle?
say
Sorry.
something quick?
Yes, go on.
There needs to
if
be an
it's down there.
anime live action show or manga that covers a troupe of comedians and none of them can be the straight man in any of the jokes. So their legendary quest is to find somebody who can play the straight man.
You know what? I think we just need to take that with us until we can figure out where it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, put this. Kyle, that's a weird fucking story, but you know, I kind of like it. So,
The
okay,
quest to
I-
find a man who's straight because they're all plugged.
so I have 17 iron ingot. How much more do I need? Oh, here.
What? What'd you say?
I have
Talented.
sorry, I have 17 iron ingot. How many do I need to make more
4.
compasses? I have 2 compasses
4.
in here.
One,
compass.
2, 3. You need 4 for one compass.
4 for 1 compass, and how
You
much
can
red?
make
Oh
4
yeah,
compasses.
1 redstone.
One redstone for each compass.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a
Yeah.
bunch. Oh, there's 2 beds down here.
Oh yeah, so Ken, I have one last request of you.
It's
as
almost
Lily.
night.
Oh yeah,
Wait, wait.
Hold on.
I have one last request
1
to
second. You
Go
have
for
a
it.
bed?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
go on, Kyle.
In your times, can you get a moment to record and look at the new things I created with your HD pack? Look at it with
Yes.
your special eyes.
Look what your special.
So
Look
is
with
it
your
pretty easy
eyes.
to install the HD pack as well?
Yeah,
You
it
sent
was
the
pretty-
video, right?
Yeah, I
Okay,
I sent
think
you the
I
video and
need to
everything.
spend like serious time tomorrow just trying to figure out how to do that. Do you?
Uh,
You know, once again, I've kind of screwed myself by having the Mac.
I don't know if there's a Mac stuff, but I'll tell you what. Would you help? I will help you with that if you would help me with
What?
the rabbit thing. Because what I'll do is I'll just jump on and I'll figure it out real quick how the rabbit works, and then
Okay.
Friday, let's say Friday at 5 o'clock, we'll watch
Okay.
Killer Clowns to test. But sometime this week, if you'd give me a hand with testing it out, I don't know what day I'd be.
Well, just call me up like anytime. Like I
Okay.
said, I'm usually busy. And I like to take my dogs on walks at around 4, but I'm usually. Oh, Kyle, where'd you go?
He said he was leaving.
I'm at home,
Okay, see.
and I'm about to go to sleep, because I'm at home.
He said you left
okay.
the game.
But I'm at home.
So I'm pretty
All
sure
right.
these are all correct.
Yes, they're all correct. It looks all correct.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any signs so we can label the coordinates?
I do. And I will start. I'll start that now.
I say we don't make it any bigger than this. Like, I know we wanted to cover the rest of the continent, but man, there's a lot of stuff to.
Oh shit! I'm dumbass.
I say
Did it
we,
again. I
like,
put all the dirt back.
Like, maybe I can take a screenshot and like, we can decide of like how I see things, and then I can edit the screenshot so I can like, circle how like where our country is going to extend to. It's definitely everything on this map. Everything on this map. And we can just be like, maybe we can build a wall.
Build a wall. Build a wall. Sorry, bad joke.
Kyle, leave already? Yes, looks like he left.
Yeah, I'll be on for a little bit. God, what time is it actually?
I think it's 8:12.
Then I will be getting off here. Let me finish
Okay.
this, and
I'll probably will be till then.
I gotta work in the morning.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm gonna start at.
I'm thinking we need to make a map for D1. I may just like take all these with me so I can just go north.
I will be creating maps, but
Mhm.
you'll need to take paper with you, because if you don't, you'll only unlock that one spot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why do I keep doing that? God, this is a.
Isn't it dumb you can't eat the sea pickles?
What are they used for?
Lighting. So should we like remove these torches? Place. What do you like better, a torch or a pickle?
Does the pickle actually light the place up?
I don't know if it does if you're not underwater.
No, I would keep a torch just to be safe.
Okay.
God, so you know what? I may just head out on the 7 seas and take a look. Because to tell you the truth, crazy idea. If the continent goes down too far, I might just go down here, take out the floor, and just expand the map. Like, come down here and take a look. I'll just like dip the ceiling down to fit the map,
That makes sense.
so that like it'll almost be like a stair.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm pretty. I can figure stuff out.
Okay.
I figure out the ladder apparently. But I get what you mean.
I got it. Okay, so
And then I don't know. Like I get this was supposed to be the top of the tower, but you know, like if you know redstone lamps.
No. Yes.
Okay, so there are these lamps that can only be powered on by redstone, and so you can set up like circuits so that they can alternate and swish, so it looks like swishing around.
Oh, that's neat. You know what? I'm too dumb to do that right now. Go right ahead if you want to.
Yeah, they're expensive though. So.
Oh, I think
At some other point. For now, this is good. We'll just come up here to like look at the map, and I like to stare out at the sunrise and sunset from here. Pretty neat. Although with my current render distance, I can't really see.
I was gonna say it's so high up, it just looks like a floating island to me right now, even with the distance turned up. But I think I'm gonna disconnect for a bit. I'll disconnect.
Okay.
Here.
See ya.
Later.
Later.
Yeah, I'll probably I'll give you Wednesday or Thursday. I'll definitely